Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am still Blue Moony, fantasy writer and shy magical library in human skin. Hello! You'd think I'd have figured out how to better transition between the music and get the microphone running by this point, because I have in fact been streaming now since late October last year, which is quite a while, honestly. Hello. Hi Reaper, hi Elfie, hi Ashley. It's so lovely to see you all. So lovely. Oh, Hulk Guy too. Hello. So lovely to see you. Oh, goodness me. Oh, more brainstorming today. It would help if my brain was slightly more helpful. I'm sure we'll do just fine. I mean, there's me and there's all of you. What could possibly go wrong? Not, trying to keep from our mind the not disasters of last brainstorming streams. I think our last brainstorming streams went astonishingly well. Just they all went rather dark. So vaguely hoping that keeping this as inconvenient curses and irritating, annoying, a little funny, and nothing life-threatening if we can at all avoid it. Oh dear. This should be funny. I hope so. Sorry, just flicking back through the chat to see if there's anything I have missed. Lots of lovely greeting of everyone, which is beautiful. Oh, Reaper, I'm playing Final Fantasy X and got to the Blitzball part. I love Blitzball. I was never any good at playing it, but I watched my younger sibling play so much Final Fantasy X back when we were quite young. Yeah, we would have both been in high school at the time. And this was, honestly not too long after it came out originally. That's okay. That's okay. Yes, Final Fantasy X is a classic, and it is underrated, and it is beautiful. Oh dear. The weather keeps teasing me. It's supposed to be raining. It rained a teensy wincy bit. Enough that I, requested the poor mother library to drive the small one and I to her school to avoid us getting drenched. But no drenching would have occurred in any case because the rain did not come appropriately as promised. And it's still, the sun's peeking out now and then, but it's still ultra cloudy. I was trying to look up the rain radar just so I could get a better idea of where it was going to dump, if it was going to dump as promised. But I can't even find the rain radar where I'm living now. It used to be so easy where I used to live, but I guess I am rather more rural now. Well, I'll probably mess it up somehow, but Blitzball is so cool. Underwater football would be amazing in real life. Well, I agree, I love Final Fantasy X so much. It is amazing. It probably helps that it was the first Final Fantasy game that I was exposed to, which is one reason why I just love it so much. But it's just beautiful. I'm sure there's plenty to dislike about the game as well, but I can't think of anything at the moment. Oh, while I remember, I'm terribly sorry to anyone who read Soichi as inspiration fuel of my recommendation. I didn't think that Junji Ito wouldn't tone himself down. Me and Max Culpa. That's okay, Ashley. No, it's so lovely that you're giving recommendations, and I'm sure if anyone did read it, I'm sure they would appreciate it in some way. Just maybe not the best for this particular slightly more cheerful, maybe, brainstorming stream. I'll have a look at it another time. I didn't get around to looking for it, but I will keep it in mind, because I do keep meaning to read some Junji Ito. I keep seeing things about him popping up around the place, and he just seems like such a stand-up gentleman with a very good imagination. Oh, over where I am, it's been getting rain almost every weekend for about a month. Well, I imagine if you're not so fond of rain, that would be frustrating. I would be very happy in that situation, honestly. So long as it wasn't flooding. Yes, I have lived in several places that have flooded. Never while I was there, and my home was thankfully never affected, but, pretty impressive flooding can happen down here. Does anyone remember? Was it 2011 or 2012 where pretty much all of Brisbane went under? That was, oh goodness me, it was while I was living in Japan, and I kept getting these kind of ominous, I suppose the Skype calls themselves weren't ominous, but just sort of the mother and father library calling to try to sort of steal me to not panic when I start seeing things on the news, I guess. So that was a lot. I did spend a while sort of, crying, watching YouTube videos of my city underwater. So that was, yeah, that was a lot. But I do love the rain. That didn't make me stop loving the rain. Just slightly toned down now and then would be nice. I wish Australia wasn't a country of such extremes sometime. It's all or nothing. Rather like my writing and reading style. Oh, I saw gameplays a wee lass, and I guess it's my first game. Oh, Final Fantasy X, your very first game. Oh, that's so cute. That is wonderful. That is a fabulous first game. By saying that's so cute, I'm not trying to be condescending at all. I'm so sorry if I sounded like that. I react like that to things that I like. So, well, I find it mostly positive because it's a good game overall. The story helped inspire my comic. That's wonderful. Oh, inspiration's the best. Well, on the topic of teasing weather, we had summer heat last weekend, and the week after it snowed. Oh my goodness me. This climate, it doesn't know what's going on, and I can't blame the poor thing. It's just, we've done too much to it. Poor climate. I suppose, I was watching some things on YouTube recently about how much the climate has just changed on Earth naturally over millions and millions of years. But that's over millions and millions of years. That's natural. This here, this is not natural. This is not supposed to be happening right now. Oh dear. Oh, I'm not sure what my actual first game was, but Final Fantasy X was at least my first Final Fantasy experience. Oh, my first game was probably some random demo of an early 90s game played on a PC Geos computer. I got no idea which one it would be. Oh, just thinking of that. I really want to play Jones in the Fast Lane on stream one time if I can. For some reason that game terrified me when I was a child, and it still kind of terrifies me because it's just so stressful. It's like everyday life work stressful sort of thing. And even when I was a kid, apparently that bothered me. Oh, did the flood at least to developing some new safety measures? I'm not sure. I didn't follow it too closely because I was living in Japan at the time. I know there was an awful lot of rebuilding to do. And it's not like Brisbane hasn't gone under in the past. There were significant floods in the 70s, if I remember correctly. And, you know, there's some suburbs that are just so prone to flooding, they go under quite often. And, you know, impossible to get flood insurance there. I found that out when I rented an area. I rented in an area that was apparently flood prone. I did not know that when I rented the house. Well, the second was seeing the Final Fantasy VII stuff online as a kid. Another great one for right at the beginning. Oh dear. I watched my younger sibling. My younger sibling is the big Final Fantasy fan. They were really into it. I probably not quite so much now, just because life, but you know, the love is there, the love is real. And I watched them play a lot of 7. Managed to find it on PS1 well after it came out, so that was nice. What if global warming is solved by a new ice age? Probably not. I'm not sure if that would quite work. I think, not that I am any kind of, you know, good scientific mind on the matter, but I think we've gone too far to completely stop this from happening, but possibly we can still, you know, get in its way and stop it from happening too badly. We can help. Hi Blue, hi Sune, so lovely to see you. Hello. We haven't quite gotten started yet with our cursing, but we will be soon. Just rambling about the weather and Final Fantasy and other such glorious topics. Oh dear. Oh, guess what? I've had to plug in my USB keyboard for the tippity typing today because my wireless one is getting increasingly unreliable. I'm, you know, probably just have to do something simple to fix it. Like, I think there's probably batteries in there that I could change. Maybe. But yeah, the keys are getting really sticky, and there was just, yeah, it wasn't going to work for a stream when I actually have to do some typing. So plugged this old boy in, and seems to be working quite well. I really do need to get a new keyboard, don't I? Oh, Kingdom Hearts got kid me to get into more Final Fantasy stuff. Oh yes. Another game which I watched my sibling play an awful lot of back when we were younger. Oh dear. It's such a rabbit hole though, that one, isn't it? There's just the lore, from what I've gathered, is intense. Oh, hello all. Probably won't be here long, but I thought I'd stop by for the ambience. Hello, Galactic Sand. You're always so welcome here, and hopefully the ambience is to your liking. We will start the cursing very soon. Oh, I've just got one more thing I wanted to mention at the moment. I was going back and forth about whether to mention this or not, but I figured it won't hurt, just so you sort of know what's going on. It's nothing serious at all. Nothing serious, just irritating. And yeah, I didn't think this would be much of a problem for me at the moment, given I'm still such a small channel. Whoa, I'm back. It is kind of, yeah, I feel Like anything before Kingdom Hearts 2 was fine, but anything after 2 is when the director wanted to go overboard with the lore. We can go overboard with lore, I think, so long as you do it in a way that is eventually understandable. I don't know if Kingdom Hearts is yet understandable. But it is beautiful. From what I've seen, I really should play it properly one time, shouldn't I? Even if it's just one. Be great. Hello, Blue, long time no see. Hello, Crater Fish, it is so lovely to see you. I hope you've been well. I hope so much you've been well. Oh, true. They used a Doraemon plushie. Who used a Doraemon plushie? In Kingdom Hearts? They had Doraemon in Kingdom Hearts? That's so cute. I'd love to help you with anything Kingdom Hearts related. Ooh, that's lovely. Has Kingdom Hearts been released on Steam at all? I know most of Final Fantasy has. I haven't looked into Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if I quite have the talent to rig together consoles and streaming just yet. But if I could find it, if I could maybe find it on Steam or something like that, could be able to stream it. That could be fun. No, sadly not. Oh well, that's okay. I do not have the time to breathe. I wish I could have submitted something last week, even caught the stream. It's alright, please. You are very, very busy. I know everyone is really busy. Life is unfortunately made of stress. It's not a good thing and not how things are supposed to be. But remember, if you ever want to watch the stream, the VOD's there. I have no plans of taking VODs down unless, weird things crop up. But, yes, and, if you get a little idea from this one, you just write a sentence, write a paragraph, as long or short as you like, considering or taking into consideration the time you have and the energy. Energy is a big one. We could emulate it. Maybe, I'm just not sure about emulating on stream. I worry that it is not smiled upon, and at the moment I'm still trying to be particularly careful to make sure I don't tread on anyone's toes with my streaming. Okay, so my message about that Rainrich from Thailand failed to reach you. Only the Doraemon part. Yes, I'm so sorry. For some reason it didn't get through. I'm not sure why that happens sometimes. It's odd, isn't it? Well, I just realised I'll have theatre stuff going the whole day today. I have rehearsals at school and the whole school. Oh, and the premiere of our original theatre production after school. Oh, wishing you so much luck. That sounds wonderful. I hope that goes so well for you. Has anyone mentioned a curse involving hangnails and only being able to breathe through one nostril? No, not yet, Ansia. We haven't moved on to the curses yet. Blue is still rambling, because that is what Blue does. But those are great ideas. Hold on to them. We'll pop them down. I'll just put down as reminders. Hangnails, one nostril only. Just to jog our memories. Oh, and those two events are unrelated. Okay. Yeah, emulation is a bit of a grey area in many cases. Okay. Well, I will continue treading carefully. Idea: put a curse on someone that causes a small creature to show up at random times of the day to make them question their decisions. They have to answer the creature's questions, and the creature will only leave when the person has become annoyed and irritated. But the person never remembers meeting the creature. They only ever left with the feelings of annoyance and never knows why. That's very funny. That's very funny. I'll note that down in a second. Oh, curse idea. These damn seasonal allergies. Oh, yes. Oh, in this case, it'd be fine if you don't say it's emulated, unless you don't care, and I don't think many really do, depending on the game. I suppose that is fair enough as well. Sounds silly, but true. Sorry, typo. That's okay. It's okay. I'll just note these down quickly, and then I'll just jump into one more thing before moving on. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. Okay. Curse. Small creature. Shows up random times of the day. Day. No, day. This creature would do me in. Please, when annoyed. No. This is what happens when I stop using a keyboard. Person with feelings never knows why. Okay. Seasonal allergies. Stop it with the... What is it? Forward slashes, backslash? That's a forward slash, isn't it? Oh, rambling blue is best blue. Thank you, that's very sweet of you. Oh, I have a serious and fun one. The world you live in is procedurally regenerated each day, and when you wake up you have to figure out where all your common spots are. That's very good. That's a lot. It's still ultimately harmless, I think. But we can think some more about all of these, because I think there's a lot to consider. I mean, it's probably be more fun to just throw out all these amazing curses, but we should probably try to think around them a bit more too. Sorry. World procedurally regenerated each day. Regenerated. Thank you. Stop it with the forward slashes. Refigure where all your spots are. Oh, curse idea. Sneezing before you lie. Can't live without sneezing. Oh, can everything be 2 centimeters left of where your senses think it is? Oh dear. That can happen just with vision problems too, can't it? Imagine it's quite irritating. Everything 2 centimeters left where senses think it is. If I set my next MacGuffins, you write story in the same world as my previous one. It will include dragons again. Dragons are always good. Like you wake up and your workplace will be all the way across town or directly above you. Ugh. Oh dear, you guys are just too good. Oh, common spots, I don't get it. Common spots, I think Galactic Sands just means all the places you generally go, like your workplace, your favourite coffee shop, that sort of thing. Oh dear, I can't remember what that was, and I'm sure I won't find it, but there is a story where hell is a copy of heaven, except you stub your toe every 40 seconds. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, basically all the places you go out to every day, yeah. But that's just evil. Which one of Reapers is just evil? Oh, the sneezing before you lie. Oh dear, that's just a surefire way to make sure I never leave the house. Yeah, maybe. I suppose, I don't leave the house much anyway, but even in a small town, it would take a while to find everything again, wouldn't it? Oh dear. And is this only sort of affecting the one person? So for everyone else, they just sort of know where it is and it feels like it's always been like that? We're going to have to talk about how to break these curses as well. Oh, another curse idea. You fart every time it's quiet. Very good. I like including the awkward silences. Takes so much mental strength to leave my house sometimes. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry. Things can be a lot sometimes, and I suppose nobody can really possibly have any idea exactly what another person, what they're going through, what's happening around them, and what's happening in their heads, and the combination of that could just be so much. Oh dear, getting demonic. Oh dear, the toe stubbing, yes. Oh dearie me. Oh, we're doing so well with these, but I still might jump to my last tangent in a second just to sort of get it down. I'm sorry, you guys are so good at the curses, and that's what we're here for. But I kind of just want to get this out before I forget later. Let's just get this down. A curse where every time you feed your pet, you hear their thoughts about the food. Oh, that's really cute. But why would we curse like this? We should keep throwing down all these fantastic ideas, but I think we've got to go through each one and figure out, what situations would we use this curse? What kind of person deserves this curse? I've got unintentional side effects, how to break the curses. And I thought this one was important. Like, are there just particular people that this curse won't affect for, you know, good reasons? Or bad reasons, I guess, but mainly good reasons. Let's get this pet one down. Oh, can the inconvenient curses be passed like a cold? Ooh, I imagine some could. But that's a bit mean. You'd hope people are only cursed to in some way, you know, in some small way, deserve it. But if you pass on like a cold, that's sort of, yeah, that's a unintentional side effect. Unintentional side effect. Or like a mutation. Maybe. I mean, I suppose there's a lot of... Capitals, please. Mutation. I suppose there's a lot of stuff in fantasy about curses being generational, aren't they? Well, for my curse idea, the recipient ate the last pizza, so... Oh dear. Oh dear. Where are we? Where are we? Oh dear. Ah, so yours is the small creature, isn't it? So let's pop that down. The cursed ate the last pizza. Hey, a curse where you say your thoughts out loud without realizing it. Oh, goodness me. Hey, Mooney. Hi, Mickey. So lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. We are brainstorming. As we are wont to do. As we are wont to do. Oh, for some reason I imagined a really serious anime with one of my curses. I think that's fine. We can have serious stories, but with, you know, slightly less serious curses involved. Ooh, have you heard about It Follows? It has a similar premise, but doesn't spread like a cold. Like, yes, I know It Follows. It's one of those movies that have stuck with me and terrifies me still before I try to sleep. It's... And you know, it's probably a bit silly for it to be worrying me, honestly. But that's one that stuck with me. I don't know. I mean, it's mainly Japanese horror films that mess with me, but that one for some reason it did it a lot. Some images from the film just stick in my head and just randomly pop up to torment me now and then. I'm not big on horror. I only watch it with my horror loving siblings when you know the situation occasionally arises. Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't watch that one. Oh, inconvenient curses gravitate towards people who commit social faux pas. The more you do, the more likely you'll get one. That's interesting. I think you missed my curse idea. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go back. I'll go back. The last thing I see from you, Elfie, is all like a mutation. Did I miss anything before then? Sorry, scrolling backwards. And before the like a mutation, the thing I've got from you before then is about setting your story in the same world as the previous one and including the dragons. So did that comment, sorry, not pop up? I'm so sorry, Elfie. Or like an STD, STIS. I think it was like that. Yes, I do. My great-grandfather was once a mighty warrior until they held a funeral for his fallen comrades and they excommunicated him. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sorry if you didn't... yeah, I'm sorry if it didn't pop up. You retype it. Thank you for retyping. Oh dear. Curse where you speak in emojis. Oh, but can you... Do you have to like use them on your phone or something, or can you draw them and they appear in midair or something like that? We can think about that. Ooh, a curse where you sing everything you say. I wouldn't mind having that curse actually. I already sing quite a lot of what I say. Ooh. Oh, I'll probably just lurk a bit since I'm a little too sick to brainstorm right now. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Mickey. You're very, very welcome to lurk. Lurkers keep channels alive. Well, lurkers help keep channels alive. Everyone who watches helps keep channels alive. Or something about the gravitation idea terrifies me. Yeah, that's a lot. Or a curse where there's a 50% chance that something's stuck in your eye in a specific area or time. Ouch. Curse where you constantly switch regional dialects. These are fantastic curses. It might take a lot to figure out, you know, the situations and the kinds of people who get these curses. Oh no, I'm going to fall behind in chat soon. I'm too slow. That's supposed to be a follow-up joke for the fighting when it's a quiet curse. Oh, sorry, Reaper. Sorry, there's just so much wonderful brainstorming going on and my head isn't quite lining up everything where it's supposed to be. Oh, a curse where every time you can mistake someone waving to someone behind you is waving to you and you respond in an obvious way. You do it every time. I hate that so much. Waving to you every time and obviously. Oh dear, this is weird. I'm just thinking about all the regional words for plastic bag we have in Polish. That is a good one. Oh, I help keep this channel dead actually. I'm a proto hater. Well, thank you anyway, Creative Fish. Oh, okay, so you just lose balance at every odd minute, even when you're normal. Oh dear. So it's at odd moments. Oh, curse. Using random allergy with whatever curious apple juice, apple pie, etc. Well, I can't even begin to imagine it. Oh, that's a lot of words for plastic bags. Oh dear. I'm just here reading and laughing and wonder who the poor unfortunate souls that have been inflicted with these very specific words. They are super specific, and there's got to be sort of backstory to why these very particular curses are put on people. Because I think it's not going to work if it's just, I think this is a cool curse, so I'll put it on you, because there's no sort of poetic justice. I think with inconvenient curses, there has to be some kind of poetic justice going on. Oh dear, the curse to just crave random food, even if you don't know it. Oh dear. Oh, what if you become allergic to fruit? Oh dear, you won't. Okay, not how that curse works. You're basically screwed. Oh dear. Oh, I saw your avatar mouth out of those Polish words silently before you gave up. There were just so many of them. I'm sorry. I probably should have tried. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, wait. My chat just scrolled down. I'll try again in a second. The curse to suddenly get good ideas to just forget about it, but know that it happened. That happens all the time when I think of melody lines. Like, spend an afternoon humming a melody line that I think is awesome, but I forget to hum it into my phone. And then when I wake up, it's just gone. But I know it was there, and it's so frustrating. Sorry, there's just so much. So many good ones. Well, maybe the person who got the fart curse was extremely rude to someone and made them feel embarrassed. Ooh, maybe. That sounds like a good thing. Oh, dear. Extremely rude, made them feel capitals now, please. I'll be the one who is embarrassed. Oh, a curse where you randomly hear someone calling your name, but it was in your head. I get that one a bit too. Not quite to curse levels, but yeah. Well, I think a person inflicting inconvenient curse is just petty and easily offended. Maybe. Okay, so maybe not always about poetic justice. Sometimes poetic justice. Sometimes people are just petty. I'm easily offended. Ooh, a curse where every time you touch something, your fingertips leave paint stains that only you can see, and they disappear after you blink or turn your eyes away. Oh, that really would mess with you a bit. Okay, so something fingertips leave paint stains only you can see disappear when you look away or blink. Oh, you know, in a world where these sorts of things exist, it'd be cool to see how that's separated from things like schizophrenia and other hallucinatory disorders. That would be interesting. I actually went into that a fair bit in my story cycle. In my story cycle, in book 2 of the story cycle, the main character has believed he's cursed for years and years, and curses are a thing. And you know, when he's eventually sort of gets proper help for it, when he's able to access that, you know, so many tests and whatnot done, and found that no, he's not in fact cursed. He has, or they believe he has a mental disorder. So, yeah, but I don't think that doesn't. Well, he does have mental disorders, but that's not a mental disorder. So there's more to it. Oh dear, I do like those stories. I should spend more time revamping them. Oh, the curse to see lights shine more intensely. Ow. Oh, senses are just getting tortured here. That's just neurodiversity. Yeah, that also a point. Let's pop this in. Ooh. Every light source is a flashbang. That's unpleasant. Oh, it's usually more hilarious when they find out the reason they've been made a children's bedtime story or cautionary tale is for some ridiculous, mundane and petty reason. Like he ate the last pizza, he said, "Have a nice day," when my favorite anime character just died. I suppose that would just add to the very annoying nature of the curse. Or a curse where you're unable to say a very specific word, and the only way to get rid of it is to get someone else to say it, and they get cursed. Ooh. Very cool. Ah. Oh, I'm not sure if this would be poetic justice, but what if there was a curse where every inanimate is alive? Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. So that's just that person who's cursed. Everything is around them is alive. Oh dear. Oh dear. That sounds pretty intense. Oh, a curse that makes you turn medicine unusable by touch, but only medicine that you don't take. Okay, so renders medicine ineffective. Oh, touch renders medicine ineffective. Only affects medicine you don't take. Goodness me, you could really, you know, wipe out the world's stores of medicine with that. That would be a bit of an unintended side effect, wouldn't it? Oh, and the cursed person can only see and hear the alive inanimate objects. So, so what you're saying is, everything... No, do not highlight. Do not highlight. Everything in it matters around you, but only the cursed are aware. Oh dear. A person of diversity. Imagine the curse. Gravity idea with an autistic character learning to navigate through allistic social norms, then every curse just makes their autism more obvious. Have we entered existential horror territory? Approaching it. That's a lot. Oh, the curse to have whatever series, film, game you like spoiled by gaining information randomly at any point. That would really upset a lot of people. I think that one could be very, very well applied to this world. Series, film, games, books, etc. Spoiled at random, unexpected points. Oh dear. Everything like an Evil Dead scene when the furniture is laughing maniacally. Oh dear. Oh yeah, we love magically enhanced issues. Yeah, it's a lot. Oh, it has Banjo-Kazooie eyes. The furniture has Banjo-Kazooie eyes. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, you get an inconvenient curse every time someone prays for your downfall. Oh, and if it's just a random annoying thing like the toe stubbing. Oh dear. Celebrity. Yeah, I imagine, more people would pray for your downfall if more people know who you are. So I imagine people like celebrities and politicians could fall prey to this more easily. Oh, yay, now the curse of being tormented by the chat is passed on to me. Oh dear, whoops. Have you been reading? Oh dear. Any celebrity politician faced from a curse has to deal with those curses. I think so. Whoa. I'm so behind in chat right now. You guys are amazing. Oh, horrible curse idea. What if there were a curse that makes you unable to distinguish dreams from real life? Oh dear. That's another one that could get mixed up with mental health issues. The curse to be forced to say dad jokes only if you try. Another one, it physically stops you. Whoa. Forced to say dad jokes only if you just say it. Something physically stops you. Is that... Did I catch that right? If I'm wrong, let me know. Just don't bring in philosophy. Whoa, chat, sorry. Other than that, just grab the audio idea from lives of friends groups, myself included. Yes. Anime logic, you sneeze every time someone talks about you. More sneezes, we love sneezes. My dreams can get weird, sometimes stuff on the level of we must carry the child before the next blood moon. Well, dreams are an excellent source of inspiration as well. I had some weird ones last night, which did actually involve me casting a curse on a very large crowd of people. It wasn't a horrific or particularly strong curse. Just I was looking for something and nobody would be quiet and let me look for it. So it was a sort of party atmosphere and mood. So I don't know what I was doing there to begin with, but I just sort of raised hands in a sort of vaguely, pulling a vaguely W looking position with palms facing forward and thumbs not quite joining, and cursed everyone with silence. And, I heard the sort of breath out of everyone on the word silence, which was kind of cool. And then I went to look for my thing in peace. And someone I remember from high school, but haven't seen for since then, came up to me and just started sort of gesticulating that, come on, that was a bit much, wasn't it? But he broke it fairly quickly just by sort of pushing through, and I think everyone else did too. So I'm not very good at laying curses, apparently. Oh, dear. Sorry, I'm behind. Oh, there's so much going on. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep reading everything. I'll do my very best. Sorry. Speaking of dreams, I've had a conversation facing myself, but the self I was looking at was riddled with holes, and a mini-me was sitting on one of the flesh holes, and I was talking to the tiny one. Oh, goodness me. That's possibly a bit to unpack there. That's a lot. Oh, a curse that makes you believe you have children, but you don't. Oh, that's really sad, actually. That's sad. I thought a way to break the sneezing lying curse. The only way to break it is to be honest for an entire day. That works really well. Where's the lie sneezing? Yes, if anyone has any thoughts for any of these curses, for, what situations it would arise, who would be cursed, unintended side effects, how you break them, anything like that, just bring those up too, and I will go back and find the appropriate place to slot the notes. Oh, you say I will now... What if you say I will now sneeze? Oh... I once had a realistic dream about being diagnosed with cancer the night before a cancer midterm, so maybe the same thing happened with your curse dream. Maybe. Oh, a curse where you will lose $1 each time. So every time you curse someone, you lose $1? Or when are we losing $1 each time? Lose $1 each time. Oh, a magical curse jar. Oh, yes. That works. Oh, not laughing at the cancer one. It's okay. I don't think anyone thought you were laughing at the cancer comments. Are you feeling well now? At least great. All good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, dearie me. We have... I think lose $1 each time you lay a curse. That could be an interest, a witch in financial straits because she just can't stop cursing anyone. Maybe a potential plot line. I'm just going to throw that down before I forget. Financial straits because she can't stop laying curses and is herself cursed to lose $1 every time she lays a curse. Oh dear, I hope she's not in trouble with the magical mafia. Oh, a curse makes you unable to have your own emotions, instead only being able to feel the ones of others. Wow. That's a lot. Oh, what's Sune laughing at the two options, the flagell nightmare or the cancer one? Oh dear. Oh dear. I'd be cursed forever if I couldn't say curse words. I'd be annoyed using so many substitute words. Curse, unable to curse. Words. Oh, I don't think that one would bother me too much. I'm fairly good at keeping my language reasonably PG rated. It's only if I'm hanging out with my siblings and it's just me and my siblings that the language, etiquette goes out the door pretty much. But most of the time, even when I'm by myself, it's just, I suppose it's just not something that comes very naturally for me. I don't think it makes me hugely uncomfortable. I just don't do it. Oh dear. Flesh out nightmare. Imagine your therapist struggling to interpret that. Yes. Curse that steals your ability to laugh. Oh dear. That one is very sad too. Elfie, all your ideas are so sad today. They're fantastic. They are sad. Ooh, cursing a corporation of billionaires so that for 64 days they lose twice as much money as the last time. Like that payment with wheat on the chessboard story, but to the extreme. Well, I'm all for cursing corporations and billionaires to lose money, so long as, you know, they are losing money in a way that it benefits others. If they're just, I suppose even if they're just losing money, I suppose I'd be okay with that. But it would be more helpful if the money went to something useful. $64. 64 is specific. Is there a reason for the 64? Every time you use a microwave, time slows down by 10%. That's insane. I love it. And that's only for the cursed, isn't it? I think we're going to have to figure out a way to break this one. This is going to get unpleasant. Oh, I suppose you just stop using the microwave, but that's so inconvenient. Hence inconvenient curses. Ooh, how about we follow a magical researcher who's trying to figure out the inconvenient curse problem, like it's cancer research. That's interesting. Let's pop that down here. Going to be uncovering many different types of inconvenient curses. I wonder if in this world are all inconvenient curses based on the same magic, the same sort of origin, cursed in a similar way. If we start with $1, then on the final day they would lose a lot of money. So very many dollars. Oh, the curse of every time at the same time you play a movie in your head or recite a long quote. Oh dear. More annoying to the people around you, but I suppose your friends might just take it as a cute idiosyncrasy. Every day at the same time, play a movie in your head or recite a long quote. Seriously, what have you been reading? What if the curse is that you become Australian? Thanks, Mickey. Cursed to become Australian. Can you hear my very loud blinking there? I could. Reverberating through my headphones were my very pointed blinks. Ooh, legend about the payment to the inventor of chess. Okay. What if you're cursed to have toenails become your favourite food? Less sad, more disgusting. Toenails are now delicious. So yeah, the person that lay that curse is petty. You can't convince me otherwise. What was your curse, Anciel? Back. Oh, the microwave one, yes. Every time you forget something important, you get an itch that you can't scratch. At least you know you've forgotten something then, so you've got to figure it out. Oh, I've just looked up 2 lovely likes. Thank you so much. Ooh, so, if I drop this balloon, I die, but it's real. Oh no, that's life-threatening though. That's life-threatening. That's not inconvenient. Maybe if I drop this balloon, something else happens. A cursed balloon. Cursed balloon. If it hits the ground, Something inconvenient happens. Never imagine that Bluey episode. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I feel if you turn an idea, but drinks also count. Oh, fun curse. You can only speak in rhymes, movie quotes, or lyrics. I like that one. Yeah, that one was personal. Well, I suppose I can't really compare being Australian to being anyone else, but I'm sure it's not all that bad. Oh dear, the only way to break the Australian curse is to move somewhere else. Okay, let's get it down. I really would like to move to Japan again. It's just not very practical, given I will soon have 2 small ones, and the idea of, you know, separating them from their grandparent libraries and auntie and uncle libraries. And yeah, we've got a large family, and a large, very close family, so while I am generally fine with living alone and being by myself, so long as I have, you know, we can chat online and stuff, I don't think Small 1, who I will give a streaming name soon, just so I don't have to say Small 1. Yes, she is actually a bit of a social butterfly already and adores her family, so in that sense it wouldn't work. In another sense, it's difficult to move to another country like Japan when, you know, particularly when my language skills aren't as good as they used to be, and it's hard to find work and such. Particularly, I imagine, if you're a single parent. And also, geopolitical climate is a bit scary at the moment. Not that it, you know, ever isn't scary, but I've been getting sucked into, you know, those sort of YouTube videos. I shouldn't do that. I just shouldn't watch so much YouTube. I should spend all that time writing, shouldn't I? I am behind in chat. I can only think of really petty curses. That's fine. Petty can be fun. Microwave minute is a real Urban Dictionary word. That's cool. A curse where you become fluent in every language in the world, but you can never speak in any language your co-speaker understands. Oh, that's intense. That's like some people's dreams come true. Only wait, caveat, this is a nightmare. Oh dear. Imagine all the disappointed linguists who get cursed with this and think everything's going their way. To me, time. Well, outside the jokes, I'd love to visit Australia, vibe and eat the tasty food and learn more about the amazing wildlife, maybe see the coral reefs. There's a lot to see here. The only problem is it's such a big country, it's all very spread out. But there's quite a few places where, you know, there's an awful lot in one sort of area. In that sense, I would recommend Queensland, southeast Queensland, that's got most things very close by that Australia is quite famous for. Oh dear. Yeah, the food is good here, but it's expensive. Yeah, food is really quite expensive here. Even before everything started getting particularly expensive, eating out here has always been really quite expensive, honestly. But quite delicious. Nothing sort of, you know, it's not like there's many cultural dishes here as such. Given colonialism and now multiculturalism, most things are stolen or borrowed here. Oh dear, where am I? You come to Europe and suddenly you can only speak Gerbil. Oh dear. Oh, love Minnie, I still love watching you. I know, you're just having fun. You're allowed to poke fun at Blue. Blue needs it a lot of the time. places in the world I'd love to see in Australia and around the Gold Coast and Uluru, that one mountain in New Zealand. Ugh, what's the... All I'm thinking of for New Zealand right now is the Remarkables, but that's a mountain range. I can't think of one particular mountain. There probably is, but the Remarkables. I would like to see the Remarkables one time. That would be cool. Ooh, I have something evil again for a curse idea. What if you always see a silhouette in the corner of your eye, but it moves to another corner when you try to look at it? That's great. Oh, I try to just make funny curses or wacky ones. It is very much appreciated. All of you keep making me laugh and it's fantastic. Alright, enough curses. Let's start thinking of scenarios, people. We will move on soon. Move on very soon. Magical game of rock, paper, scissors. Loser suffers one of the curses in this list. So just if rock, paper, scissors were a magical game and the loser gets, you know, like... I keep going back to the toe stubbing. It's just a good example to use. Oh god, scissors. It's one of the words I have trouble with for some reason. Commas, please. Loser is cursed inconveniently. Oh dear, for sure the pet thoughts idea should fall upon a veterinarian or a shelter volunteer. But that curse would almost help them out, wouldn't it, knowing what the animals think. Where are we? Animals. Yes. Likely, vet, shelter, etc. What if you've got to pay $1 real for every singular receipt purchase? So you pay $400 bill. $3.99 card, but got to give $1 real bill. That's cool. That's interesting. So every purchase made, at least $1 must be made with physical currency. Or what if a curse just makes you believe people like your jokes? People actually hate them. Oh, and the curse is you just keep telling these terrible jokes and people getting more and more upset with you. Real curse is you keep alienating people without realizing with your terrible jokes. Just never have the exact amount of change. I think these money ones are probably going to be, you know, cursed on rude customers. You know, poor cashiers and shop workers just being treated badly all day and just finally have a means to lay some inconvenient curses just to get just that little bit of payback that might cheer them up in the evening or something. That mountain in New Zealand is called the longest geographical name in the world. Oh dear. Oh, that's just called reality, the jokes. Yeah, for some people, yes. Oh, a cursor, every sink you use has a short faucet and you have to rub your hands against the wall of the sink to be able to use it. Every bathroom in this modern age. Oh dear. Sink. Faucet is one of those really cute words that I quite like because we don't really use it in Australian English much. We normally just use tap. So when I think of faucet, I think of this, oh, a really cute, interesting word. I'm going to use this because it's cute. But I'm pretty sure it's just a normal word to most people. I'll just use tap because I can. Curse that changes your sexuality. That would be very inconvenient. Is this just once or is this, you know, a daily occurrence? Or every time someone smiles at you? or something like that. Oh yes, only in very specific conditions. Oh dear. It's just HRT if you land a lucky roulette spot. Cursed object, a word search where the last one always changes when you try to look through it. I like the idea of things like cursed word puzzles or Sudoku and stuff. I think, oh, this won't be popping up for ages in May Magical Project because, you know, it's all broken up. It's going to be all broken up into quite, not short, but 50 to 80,000 word light novels now. So this probably won't be until 6th or 7th one, but there'll be a part where talking about local movies and such, local horror movies, and so I'll have to think of a lot of cool horror movie things for that, which at the time I may even do a stream to try to help come up with things like that. But one of the things, it's already been mentioned very briefly in the first, is it the first book or the second one now? Can't remember. Too much chopping and changing to keep everything in order. But yes, cursed word puzzle. Except, you know, every time you crumple it up and try to throw it away, it just appears again. And yeah. So some siblings use it to terrify the youngest easily scared sibling, because the youngest easily scared sibling is a bit of a piece of work on occasions. Ooh. Cursed word search. The last word always changes when you try to find it. Oh, normal human with a 9-to-5 job and never even had petty thievery on their record gets cursed with every single professional hitman knowing their exact locations at all times. No one cares. So the hitmen don't care that they know the location, it's just the stress of knowing. Oh dear. Nothing on criminal record. Curse that every world knows their exact location. Oh dear. No one cares. Oh. Where are we? Sorry, I got behind. Faucet sounds way more non-American than tap. I don't know why we use it. Language is an odd thing, isn't it? We'll use tap here too. If you mention faucet here, they'll blink at you with several eyeballs. Yeah, I know faucet just because I, you know, watched so much American television growing up. But yeah, it just doesn't really crop up here. It's tap. In Australia, we use tap. In case you needed to know. Oh, it's probably what Waterfield by or something would have just turned to gay or straight. I think that's how it would work. Would just switcheroonies. But yes, there's going to have to be a... Where are we? There's going to have to be a not too difficult way to break the curse, because this is a lot. Oh, a curse. Oh dear. Okay, I'll just have to read this out, won't I? A curse. Where you the when, you why when, is the because of the is you are. Ooh, straight game by don't drain out the spectrum. You can always turn ace or pan or demi or go on and on. Yes, that would make things heavy. Confusing. But yes, I think we may have to think of a good way to break that one. Ooh, Mickey, this is perfect. I already have enough trouble just trying to make sure I read the chats out properly, because I want to read them properly for you, but then you do this to me. Oh, every time you do the laundry, one sock will teleport to a random location in your house. Okay, this feels like my life. Oh dear. Yeah, I love this. Yep. Even though the cast is discombobulated. Yeah, we're all having a little trouble here. That's okay. Oh, too far. Cursed object, a microphone with an ever-changing filter. Ooh, a curse that makes all drinks not flowed from a tap undrinkable. Did I say poured instead of poured? A curse that makes all drinks not poured from a tap undrinkable. Therefore, much water, and potentially do things like beer taps count? So you might just, if you want to drink something besides water, you might just have to go to a bar and pay the big prices. Why did I say bar? I know pub is a more common word here, but I don't really use that either unless I'm talking about a very specific sort of pub. A pub's got a pub feel. If you're just talking about, you know, a more, you know, not always nightclubby sort of feeling place, but just a nice place in the city that serves drinks. I think my head goes bar before pub. Pub is very specific, at least in my mind. Oh dear. Getting behind. What the heck is the laundry one? Yes, I feel that curse a lot of the time. I'm sure some socks have disappeared in the washing machine itself, somehow squeezed their way through the narrow space between the machine and the, what's it called? The bowl, the agitator, I don't know what it is. The part that you put the laundry in and the machine that it sits in, the narrow space in between that, I'm sure it's full of socks. Oh, I remember that cursed toilet stall from Silent Hill. The meeting between the floors of the school. What if it was a similar stall in another country? Cursed toilet stall. Instant intercontinental travel. Could be useful, but only if you had control. No control. Yeah, but I hope I never gain magical curse powers. I'm sure you would only use them for good? Maybe? Oh dear. Or even better, straight up isekai to toilet art online and beat the game to get back. Okay. Isekai toilet. Isekai just mosquito because curse is spreading. So remember that every energy you send out comes back to you trifold. Oh dear. Oh, the most popular alcohol place for students where I'm from is an Irish pub for some reason or another. We're in an American college town. Oh well. I mean, the sort of pub feel generally, I can generally tolerate it better than other sort of bar feels, because the pub in general just feels a bit more cozy. If it's still really loud, I've got issues, but I'm generally happier in a pub than in a city bar of some description. Because at least the pub's going to have really good food. Oh, funny curse. Every video game you own turns into Shrek card. Even if you buy a new game, it immediately transforms into Shrek card. Excuse me. Don't make me choke. That AVGN episode where Pepsi Man forces him to play Pepsi Man that turns its entire video game collection to copies of Pepsi Man. That's not something I recall, but it does. Yeah, that'll work as a curse. Definitely. That's disgusting. It's petty, it's creative, it fits the bill. It is definitely an inconvenient curse that is harmless. Kind of. Can you play other people's games? I suppose it would be sad if you couldn't play games anymore. How do we break the Shrek cart curse? Oh, for the curse, not the game. Oh yeah, Reba was thinking about that too. Oh, a curse that makes you always have an expired passport. Oh no. Well, if a passport's always expired, I really hope that we get the cursed toilet stall curse. Find a cursed toilet if your passport's always expired. There's probably some fun ways to pull some of these together as well. Curse at random points in time. Your most favourite and disliked fandom ships flipped. Oh dear. Flipped. Oh, a curse where your computer transforms into an operable reproduction of ENIAC. I am sorry, I do not know what ENIAC is. Should I look that up? ENIAC. What is this? Electric, numerical, integrator, and computer. Yes, okay, that makes perfect sense. Oh dear. Here we are. Computer transforms into operable reproduction of ENIAC. Hopefully this goes beyond the word inconvenient. The passports, yeah. Ooh, then it falls upon NASA HQ. Beat the game in 7 days, otherwise you're stuck. Oh no. Oh dear. You have to find a genuine copy of Shrek card and get gold copies on every phrase. Gold copies? Gold copy. Copies? Trophies? Gold trophies. What is going on, Blue? Where is Shrek? Every pre. Hee hee. Oh, a curse where people keep calling you by the wrong but close enough first name. George. Oh dear. You and I are going to have altercations because of this. Oh dear. Ah, the ships. Yes. Fight me. I started laughing. It's kind of imagine my lesbian ass throwing aside my ships for some MF ships. Nancy, I love your creativity. Yes, it is wonderful. My phone just buzzed. It is unimportant. Oh, cursed object. A magic 8-ball that funks but insults you with each use. I do like all these cursed objects. Insulting magic 8-ball. Oh dear. Accidentally given to a child for their birthday. Yeah, you made me think of a curse where people randomly think you're a celebrity who looks nothing like you. Example, Blue gets stopped on the street because they think she's Samuel L. Jackson. I would not be upset if anyone thought I resembled Samuel L. Jackson. He is infinitely cool. But yes, we rather do not quite look alike there. Oh dear. Now I'm just seeing on a scale and oh, what's the tone? Oh, is it the very first episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine when Boyle wanted to take Rosa to see Rihanna, I think, and Gina was just like, here's you, Rihanna, but now I'm just hearing Blue, Samuel L. Jackson. Oh dear. Where am I? I'm at the Shrek curse with beating the game. Yeah, could only count. Oh, I see. Put that. we go. Sorry about that. Blue is getting mixed up. Oh, what if you were influenced with a curse that slows your metabolism to the point fruit becomes wine? Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Auntie, I've got a feeling lots of people have wronged you. Some grudges. Some grudges. Okay, down here we go. Cursed File, an RPG Maker game that you must beat in 7 days, otherwise you'll turn into a living voxel version of the sprite of your character. Oh no. For sale, voxel. Character sprite. Oh, goodness me. I can sort of see that being a short story with an unpleasant, slightly uncomfortable, making you feel just a little bit sick ending. Eugh. The curse where your OC turns out to be a niche character from an official media. Oh, that's disappointing. Well, I just realised how ironic it was that Elfie slightly got my name wrong after my curse suggestion. Sometimes things just work. Sometimes things just work. Oh, curse. You have a dangling necklace that shifts to complement your outfit, but you can't take it off or make it shorter. Cute necklace that hits you in the face when playing sports or gets into machines. Oh dear. So, cursed necklace. Say, shifts to complement your outfit, but you can't take it off, make it longer, shorter, etc. Wax in face, playing sport, etc. So he admitted it. Oh, it gets into machines too, that's dangerous. Oh dear. Now imagine getting it in a lawnmower. I didn't want to imagine that. My first thought was that getting stuck in a printer as you try to load it up with paper. Lawnmower is taking it just a little bit too far, maybe. The fact that I'd love to test that curse out. Play a bunch of cool RPGs. Oh, the RPG ones. I would worry for you if you actually tested that out, Reaper. That's... Oh, you'd give me 7 days of worry and then... Oh, no. No. Oh, cursed object. Shoes that can shift into any style you want. Each time you walk by an end or curve you trip. Oh, I wonder if there's ways to counter the tripping. Oh dear. Well, so you just find some characters that would be transition goals. If it would work, that would be very cool. Oh, 5 likes. Thank you so much. Ooh, a horrible idea. A curse that makes you unable to have your own opinions. Oh dear. That makes you just adopt any opinion you hear. Oh dear, here we are. Oh, Juno does world building. It's so lovely to see you. Cursed necklace that makes you say the opposite of what you intend. Okay. Oh, I do like all these cursed necklaces. It's just, can you imagine like a cursed jewelry shop, just in general? You go there looking for cursed jewelry, possibly to curse other people, but sometimes to curse yourself to try to get the benefits and try to find ways to deal with the bad bits. Oh, here we are. Necklace. I'm just going to throw cursed jewelry shop down here. can I spell jewelry? It's one of the words I sometimes have trouble with. Cursed jewelry shop. Sometimes buy to curse others. Objects with, you know, some good side effects for yourself. You know, learn to deal with the curse part. Oh dear. That's also called reality. I know. Oh yes. Able to have your own opinions, just adopt those you hear. That's unfortunately, yes. So reality. Oh, I am behind. I'm sorry. A curse where the world around you lowers in polygon count and graphical detail as the real main character walks away and loads up a different section of the map. But we are all the main character in our own stories, although I used to maintain that I was not the main character in my own life. I was the mysterious side character. Little Blue was a bit odd. Large Blue, also a bit odd. Where are we? Oh. I suppose it would also just be really disappointing to realise, no, you're actually not a main character. Oh no, I didn't beat Final Fantasy VII in a week. Now I look like Cloud. I don't think that's a problem. I'm sure you already look wonderful, but Cloud also looks quite wonderful. There could be worse fates. There could be worse fates. When that catalyst main character never finds out. Not gonna lie, I'd love to look like Tifa in real life. It's Tifa. I agree. I agree. I would have not many complaints if I looked like Tifa. Auntie, can we upgrade our RAM and graphics card, or are we stuck with what we got? Have to wait for the next console generation. Oh dear. Ooh, spoons. Cursed objects, a spoon that can't hold 50% of things. Things go over the 50% limit, everything slips off the spoon. Everything falls off. Yeah, is it sad that so many people have that curse in real life? Yeah, the opinions one. Oh, too far, too far. Too far. Oh, I'm so far behind. Sorry. I am slow. Oh my goodness me, 8 likes. Thank you so much. Oh, Ancio, is that a metaphor or just for real? Wait until Sony and Microsoft get this together. Oh no, no. Sorry, a lot of this is just conversations between all of you. I probably shouldn't be reading all of that. Just trying to keep up. Can I be the jewelry shop seller? Yes. Yes, you can. That one's really creative. That's the graphics. Graphics. Polygons. Oh, I keep it a secret, but I'm cursed to sell cursed jewelry until I sell enough jewelry that it's equal to the price of the cursed crown I stole. That's cute. Put that down here. Imagine some politician learning the opinion influencing curse and cursing one of their spots. Oh goodness me. Yes, that one could definitely be used for bad, instead of just magically ruining someone's day for a little while. That just shows the rest of the people in the world it's not important. Yeah, I thought of that too with the yes, the real main character. I wonder if there is a real main character in the world. You know, just one. If there was one person in the world who is the actual main character, I wonder who it is. I'm fairly certain it would not be a celebrity or a politician. It would be a random sweet someone that almost no one knows, and their story would be much better for it. Oh dear, sometimes I feel like the shopkeep NPC of my own life. Oh dear. Yeah, it's It can be a lot. It's what's that line? It's from the It's from The Holiday, I think, the film The Holiday, when Kate Winslet's character is chatting to the former film writer, and she's very upset with love life and general life, and he tells her, I can tell you're a leading lady, but for some reason you're playing the best friend. Yeah. I think a lot of us, we are all the main characters in our own stories, but I think a lot of the time we do, whether intentionally or not, play other bits too. Oh, building on your last one, you break the curse when you find the real protagonist, but you only get a select amount of guesses. Oh dear. Where are we? Here we are. Let me get a few guesses. Mag, keep going down too far. Oh no, there's just so much going on that I'm so behind. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll just try to catch up with the curses. Okay, curse where rid people of their grudges that you obtain the grudge of the person. Come on, Blue. Okay, Sherlock Holmes fanfic fuel. Okay. I am a character that gets introduced in the last episode that's supposed to insinuate future events, but the second season never gets made. Oh dear. Oh, I see how Sherlock Holmes could work with the low polygon MC curse. Goofy curse, you move like you have tank controls. Oh dear. Oh dear, curse where you live through your most viewed AO3 tags and tropes. Taggers. You're about to give me PTSD, oh dear. Oh, one of my more random hobbies is making costume jewelry, actually. Oh wow. Oh, I used to love the bead threading when I was young, but I only ever did the cheap plastic beads. I never actually made anything proper. Oh, there was this one time I found a bunch of old wire in the shed and I twisted a crown and I spray painted it gold. I really liked it. I may still have it somewhere because I did really like it, and it inspired the design of some crowns in one of my formative fantasy stories. And I drew all the pictures of them in this crown that I actually had, and it made me happy. I think it used to sit on top of the fan by my bed because, I grew up in Queensland and we didn't have air conditioning, so had fan by bed. Oh dear. Key state of entertainment right now is rough indeed. Oh, cursed cook as a grill that just adds random curses into the food. Oh no. Randomly curses food. Oh, a curse when you know you're part of the main cast of a show but you're the least favourite. All of these curses are fantastic. Remember, if you think of any other things, just sort of flesh them out a little bit. Who would get any of these curses, unintended side effects, how we break them, if there's anyone that it won't affect. All sorts of ideas to go with all these spectacular curses. Yeah, what if someone... Okay, trying to scroll carefully. Scrolling carefully. Oh no, too far. Too far. What if some mad lad curses the moon to look the Majora's Mask moon? Oh dear. Reality is an ensemble story. That's right. Oh, I love writing ensemble casts so much. I wish I could write something that did not have an ensemble cast because I imagine it would get done slightly faster. Oh, is it weird that if there was a main character in real life, I wouldn't mind being an NPC? Being tied down to a role or being controlled by fate sounds pretty terrible. I do agree with you there. I do. I was in an English class and we were talking about how you'd feel not being the MC of your own life, and the kid next to me, who has a well-known big sister, says, I already know how that feels. Oh dear, poor kid. Poor kid. That gives me an idea. You can see all the relationships people share in the world as strings of different colors connecting them. That sounds really cool. Almost like some sort of more magical form of synesthesia or something. So I suppose then you're cursed to know, you know, you see if someone is in love with someone else, but, you know, that other person isn't in love with them, you would just see it. That could be a lot. You look at someone with no strings and get really sad, yes. Pink for love, blue for friendship, red for hatred, so on. That's really cool. And you simply become their first string. That's a lovely way to look at it. Okay, should create either of you on Discord. We do have a server. We have a server now. There's a link in the description. That sounds so silly saying things like that. But there's a link in the description. And if anyone decides to write a little story from any of this inspiration, you can probably just post it anywhere you like online, so long as you put a link to it in the server, because there is a MacGuffins You Write channel. So I'll definitely be able to find everything now, so long as it's popped in the server. Yes, I opened it last week. I did my best. I spent an evening pulling it together as best I can, but I do have a feedback section. So if there's any more channels you want, or there's anything else you want, any suggestions, please let me know. Oh dear. Ah, too far. Yep. Well, good night. Isn't enjoying brainstorms every night. Good night. I hope so much you sleep well, Sune. It's been lovely to see you. Yes, sorry, I probably should have mentioned the server again nearer to the beginning, but the link is in the description of this video too. I'll do my best to include it in all descriptions from now on. I did make a non-ending link, so hopefully it won't end. Unless one random time I need it to, but I'm sure I can deal with it then. Oh, all the main character-related curses can be given to people who are really narcissistic. Ah, that sounds right. Where are we? Main character. Curses. They spell. I did not. Narcissistic. There we go. Good night. We have the real string of fate. I do really like this one. It is beautiful. I think that would be a really good premise for a story. Like, not even necessarily as a curse, but just this is what you see for you know, backstory reasons. Oh dear. Where are we? Oh, now the Discord server's up. I may never sleep again. Please sleep, Sune. Please sleep. Oh, there's a Pathfinder class that does something like that called the Severist, and it's... I can read. Diegetically, basically, magic PTSD. Oh, dear. Whenever I hear things about Pathfinder, it just always sounds so interesting. And I keep thinking, I need to check it out. Well, I think in general as well, I just need to figure out how to make some games work on stream. Like playing games with chat. I mean, I think the only way I can really make games like Once Upon a Time or Boulder Dash work is by seriously messing with the rules, which I think is fine, but I think that would be a fun thing to do if I can ever figure it out. And by figure it out, I mean take several hours to sit down with the game and figure out how to make it work on stream. Oh dear. Oh no, what do I get cursed with? Uh-oh. What if you obtain an inconvenient curse where you wish someone misfortune or something along those lines? Oh dear. Oh dear, so whenever you wish misfortune on someone, you get hit with a random inconvenient curse. Oh dear. What if you get a curse and you become an adult, so you spend your childhood learning, preparing for any curse, and you've got to spend your young adult days figuring out what your curse is? Oh dear. That's a whole young adult book premise, isn't it? That does sound like the premise for a full-on YA novel. Cursed object. Oh. World's most comfy bed or sofa. Gives you random status effects. Sleepy, itchy, sneezy, etc. If it was the world's comfiest bed, possibly I'd deal with it. It would be difficult, but, you know, I wouldn't sleep in it every day, but if I really needed a good night's sleep, hopefully would be able to deal with the random status side effects the next day, and hopefully they wear off after a while. Curse where first bite of your meal tastes like heaven and becomes worse and worse the more you eat. That sounds like most of the burgers that I love. But if the food critic is cursed, it'll be unpleasant, yes, but it's all the people he'd be critiquing who would suffer as well, wouldn't it? I suppose they'd eventually figure out, you know, the critic is the problem, not the food. Probably just lose their job. That's unfortunate. Oh dear, I really like the premise of the Death Note curse. We have how many days people have left, but it halves your lifespan. That part was interesting, yes. Oh, that's not a curse, that's a deal. True. Oh, I suppose so. I mean, suppose you can still look on something as a curse. Falls on a restaurant, so it can only serve food like that. Ooh, as well. Yes. Hate to have this curse, especially with something goofy like harpies. Curse, we need to use a new pair of utensils for every bite of a meal. So much washing up. Oh dear, I worry if any of that could fall into something along the lines of obsessive compulsive disorder as well. Dear, that would be unpleasant. Or else they diffuse with the meal itself. That makes me slightly less concerned. It's not great, but those utensils dissolve into the food. Maybe. What happens if I use my hands? Uh-oh. This also sounds like a short story, which seems funny at the beginning, but has a very dark ending. Oh dear. What if you use hands? Very unpleasant. Well, in good news, I have finally caught up to chat. Goodness me, you guys have been amazing today. Oh, here's a dumb curse. You wash your hands every time you turn the page of a book comic magazine. Oh dear. Also possibly could have come out with someone with obsessive compulsive disorder. Oh dear. Wash your hands. Page of a book, etc. Oh dear. No, you haven't caught up. Thanks, great. Yeah, I was thinking about someone with OCD. Yeah. OCD patients. Just noting it down there. Oh dear, does it apply to digital media too? I imagine it would have to. Digital media. Okay, cursed object, a website that has the answers you look for, but it keeps buffering. Oh no. It won't stop buffering. Oh goodness me. Oh dear, this has been a very enlightening stream. I think you're all telling me an awful lot about yourselves by these curses you're coming up with. Yeah, curse where the person you're conversing with knows the last tab you opened. Oh, that would be interesting if it was, you know, a police officer, maybe, and could be used to help catch internet criminals, maybe. I'll throw that one down here. Don't forget, if you can think of any potential plot lines for these curses, and I've probably chatted about some anyway without me picking up on it, but we can throw them down there or something. I'm just going to throw this one down here as police officer. Well, it's less of a curse then and more like a gift for the police officer, so maybe that wouldn't work. It's just a criminal cursed. So, suddenly getting in trouble a lot more. Oh dear. Maybe in order to break you'd have to stop obsessing over the cleanliness. Yeah, that would be a hard break though if it is OCD related. I immediately remember that SCP story about the furry site that first hypnotizes you into being a furry and then into having the mind of an animal. Oh goodness me. Curse that makes you unable to do what you should when on camera. That's going to affect all the streamers. Or something that actually happens, indeed. I mostly got the idea from watching a random Rocco's Modern Life clip. Remember that scene where his friend said, you turn a page, you wash your hands, you turn the page, and then you... I didn't actually watch too much of Rocco's Modern Life because it made me feel quite ill when I was young. I avoided Rocco. Oh, the thing you do instead of behaving yourself is behaving like a 3-year-old. A very chaotic 3-year-old. Oh dear. Chaotic 3-year-olds. Have had some experience in those. Oh dear. So that's with the camera. Although for many streamers that's, you know, not too different from how we normally behave, is it? Sorry. Trying to catch up again. Maybe inspired by other kin, probably. Okay. In a world where inconvenient curses are pretty common, achieving enlightenment or something similar is what grants immunity from any inconvenient curse. That sounds interesting. Let's pop that down here. Probably lots of shops you can just buy curses. Or buy curses online. Inconvenientcurses.com. Enlightenment. Enlightenment. It's probably a lot of, you know, supposed remedies that don't really work very well. Well, short-term work anyway. Let me throw in references to Hinduism and Buddhism. Indeed. Cursed object. The car of your desire runs on a song, reciting a book or poem from memory, or doing a capture that always fails the first 2 times. Okay. Okay. Look. Cursed car. Of dreams that tea runs on. Songs. Reciting. Poems deceived from memory. Or capture before dying. Always fails a few times. Oh, in social situations, every time you have a good joke or idea, someone else brings it up before you can. Oh dear. Whoops. Wrong spot. Wrong spot. You go up here. Oh. This is a situation. Every time you have a good joke or idea, someone else beats you to it. Yes. Cursed people are those who always interrupt or talk over others. That's a good one. That's a good one. That sounds like an awesome gimmick for a singer villain, that car. Oh, no. Wrong spot. Wrong spot. Here. Up here. Oh dear. Just need to monologue to make it go. Monologue powered car. Good night, need more sleep. Hope the stream is fun. Good night, Elfie. I hope you get lots of good sleep. Or curse where everything you say happens. And to combat it, you have to rhyme. Oh dear. That's... Oh dear. Some of these are getting a bit more ominous than inconvenient. Oh dear. A curse where you have adrenaline that doesn't work too well, so you're slightly slower and groggier in high stress situations, which you could be, but it also means random anxiety isn't as bad. Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting. Okay, substandard adrenaline. So slightly slow 9, slower and groggier in high pressure situations, but also means anxiety. Not as bad. What's the term? Swings and roundabouts? I'm not sure. Possible plotline is rounding up enough curses to create a blessed one. Interesting. I feel like there has to be inverted commas. Sorry, I just flicked the microphone shield. I hope that didn't hurt anyone's ears. Well, here's a plotline idea. Okay, let's have a look. A bunch of witches are competing with each other to see who's the best at hexing, so they place inconvenient curses to see who's the best. That would be fun. Two words, please. So who do they curse? Do they just round people up, or round people up who deserve it? Feels so mean to say who deserve it, but it's in the eyes of these witches, I guess. Maybe the story could be from the point of view of someone randomly rounded up to be a victim in this game. Plotline where the main character has to inherit all of the curses in the world and bear them in order to cleanse the world. Dear. Oh dear, I imagine some curses are less inconvenient and more unpleasant. Possible plotline: a cursed food truck selling cursed food, trying to find the chosen one who's immune to the curses. I like cursed food truck in particular. After they find them, what would they do next? A curse where every time someone in Hollywood makes an she flick, they get the condition they filmed about. Oh goodness me. Let's pop that here. Kind of like Sia got an autism diagnosis after making music. Okay. I did not watch that film. I did not think, yeah, that's not really something I want to spend my time watching. I would rather watch a good film about people with autism. Sorry, floating. I'm floating. Again, slightly more heavy than inconvenient. A curse where everything you put into your agenda and calendar must happen, even if you don't have the tools ready, so you end up standing in a room until a block of time for that task is over. Oh dear. That sounds very inconvenient. They go looking for victims, or while they search, they end up getting inconvenienced themselves or wrong. And they curse those people. That or they just don't like certain people. Let's have a look. Here we are. Find. Stuff to think about. But what if we turn you into a witch? Idea into a sport with sponsors and championships. That would be cool. Let's add that in there. It's a sport. Sponsors, championships, etc. Well, in that case, the people they curse, you know, could be petty criminals and, you know, convicted to take part in these events as a victim. sponsors on their hats. It's fun. Goodness me, my stomach's rumbling a lot. Extraordinary Attorney Wu, Mary and Max. I keep meaning to watch Extraordinary Attorney Wu, just haven't yet. And they have theme songs like WWE wrestlers. Theme songs? Keep your hands off Eizouken. I haven't seen Eizouken. I'll try to remember to look that up. There's a great autism stories. Yes, I do know about Extraordinary Attorney Wu. That has been on my radar for a little while. But again, haven't gotten around to it. Ooh, plotline. Man with the most terrible luck upsets a bunch of witches, really enough to get these curses, and he has to find a way to make it up to them so they'll remove them. Oh dear. Poor guy, if he's already that unlucky. That's sad. Here we are. Lucky guy upsets a bunch of witches. I'm guessing since he's unlucky, it's by accident. By accident. To be cursed inconveniently. Has to make it up to them. So they move it. Why is my immediate thought only indentured servant to witches? Indentured servant to a witch coven. But you know. But they treat him well. So maybe he doesn't want to. Doesn't want to actually break the curses, because he actually has kind of a nice life with them. Better than his unlucky life on the outside. Sorry, just accidentally expanded that. Your blood is a dazzling unnatural colour, so when you blush it's very obvious your face turns neon purple or electric blue. Definitely inconvenient, I imagine would be mortifying for the person cursed so, but for me that actually sounds pretty cute. You aren't down by the cancellation just before the final season. Who cancels a show right before the final season? That's awful. Yeah, that's weirdly wholesome, like the guy ends up liking the witches and doesn't mind the funny curses. I like that too. I think it's sweet. Just put that. Actually wholesome. Ends up not minding this silly curses, and maybe the witches eventually remove them because he just becomes part of the family. This sounds like a very sort of cozy fantasy. We need some cute ways for him to endear himself to them. And we need sort of the witches' everyday lives, which I think, you know, kind of like they do, you know, there's still very traditionally witchy aspects, but still going to work every day sort of thing as well. He's just becomes sort of the stay-at-home partner for an entire witch coven. Oh dear. Back we are. Oh no, I'm getting behind again. Cursed yo-yo. Never goes back up. That has infinite string. Well, I suppose if you keep cutting it, then if there was a string shortage in the world, you could solve that problem. curse. Every capture you do says click all the images with the bike, but 1/8 of the picture says the bike tire in it. You have to debate whether or not it counts. Oh dear. Capture curses. Cursed doll. Oh dear. Who wants to be your friend? It can only move when you're not in the room. It has a strict limit of 10 seconds of moving every day. Oh dear. The doll is actually friendly, isn't it? It's not cursed doll as in evil curse. Just cursed doll really wants to be your friend, but does not really have the capacity, but is aware of it. That seems like more of a cursed doll. The poor doll itself is suffering. Poor thing. Curse someone with a certain subservient kinks and interest to be the errand worker or whatever of some attractive person they're into. That, but also magically bound servant. Oh dear. Let's get her down. Interests. Interests. It does sound mostly like magical servitude, but we don't mind because of kinks. Anybody here watches The Train to the End of the World? I remember the mushroom episode. I have not seen A Train to the End of the World. I have not. Sounds interesting. Oh dear. I had actually taken a few ideas down before getting started, just wondering if, you know, I should do one to kick us off, but there was definitely no need for that. I'll just throw it down here. Anyway, I had people who talk in theatres / cinema. Theatres / cinemas. Cursed to a respectful hush whenever the lights go down. Makes it hard to speak up after sunset. Break the curse by accepting your behavior can affect others and making a conscious effort to be quiet in these situations. But I've also got does not affect those with a diagnosable difficulty with volume control. That was my rant of idea. Well, Train to the End of the World. Basically, the premise is that the world gets all topsy-turvy thanks to experimental 7G tower, and every city gets a different apocalypse. Oh, goodness me. So I gotta stop procrastinating either sleep or study for the finals. See you on the flip side. Insert backflip here. Enjoy your backflip, and I hope either the sleep or study goes well. Miss me, you are so very busy. I hope you're alright. And I hope you get a bit of rest soon. Hope all of you who need rest get a bit of rest soon. Oh dear. In episode 3, they visit a city where mushrooms start growing on people's heads that cause you to feel blissful ignorance as long as no one disturbs it, but it also kills you in 2 years. Ugh. Worth it? Probably not. Probably not. Oh dear. I had another one. I have, if you drop litter, every piece of litter you pass follows you around, shuffling along after you in a trail until you actively pick up every piece and put it in the appropriate bins. Got a weaker effect if litter was dropped completely by accident. Yeah, those are the ones that I thought of. Yes, good night, creative fish. Good night, good night. That sounds like something out of the PSA universe. Oh. Curse, where the songs you sing, lyrics become true or you can manifest them. It is a very cool curse. Where are we? Wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Here we are. Ooh, manifest lyrics. Oh, I suppose that way it's only a curse if you're singing songs with unpleasant lyrics. Imagine if you keep singing songs with, you know, romance that actually works, and that's your thing. You'd be pretty happy with that curse, I guess. It's good curse until you sing Under the Sea. Oh, yes. No good. That's not good. Oh, dear. Just while I've caught up with chat, and I've typed out those random ideas that I'd had, I might just jump back to my random tangent that I didn't quite get to before we started. I mean, we can definitely keep going for a little while. We can maybe go through the curses we have and try to flesh them out a little bit. And if we can think of any plot lines for them, we can throw them down here. But I just, I almost don't even know why I'm mentioning it. I feel silly mentioning it, but it is YouTube and streaming related, so I thought I should at least bring it up, maybe. The fact that YouTube is already stripping me of watch hours. I didn't think it would be a problem until I became a much bigger channel. But yeah, the first time it happened was with the Magical Creatures stream, just before I went on holiday. Right after the stream, I can't remember exactly, but I think I had about 20 hours of watch time just from that stream, which was really cool. And then when I checked it again while I was on holiday, it had been cut back to 13. So that wasn't great. So I'm not quite sure why that's happening. When I've tried looking things up, everything just says YouTube strips any watch hours it thinks are from bots. But I'm pretty sure you guys aren't bots, given you're very, very involved in the streams. I think that might be beyond many bots. And but it happened last week as well. Last week's stream, the MacGuffins You Write one. At the end of that stream, I had about 13 hours of watch time, and when I checked a few days ago, they'd cut me down to 1 hour. It also claimed there was only one person watching during the live stream, and most of the time no one watching. So I'm not quite sure where the 250 plus live chat comments, where they think they're coming from. But yeah, this week I'll take screenshots of, you know, just after the stream, of as many metrics as I can, and then if it happens again, I will submit something. Again, I'm trying not to let it bother me too much, given I am such a small channel. But, you know, I'm not going to really get the chance to grow into a bigger channel if I can't keep my watch hours. I need those. I don't know, maybe it just thinks there's something discordant going on because I have more sort of watch hours than maybe my views would suggest. Because you guys are wonderful and you tend to watch for quite a long time. Maybe they think it's just they don't think my views and my watch hours are working together, even though that's just how this is happening. So yeah, sorry, I just feel like I'm complaining to you for no reason. But yeah, sorry, I'll look back on. Now, what if a trans person invites somebody of the desired gender to sing part of your world to them? Ooh, that could work. How does that even happen? I know the watch hours are stripped from, the main thing I remember it happening is when BTS premieres a new video, a bunch of their views, and I'm guessing watch hours get stripped back. So yeah, I'm not sure of the reasons besides they think the watch hours and views aren't genuine. But how do you prove that? I'm very much real. Thank you very much, YouTube. Yeah, not a bot. Yay, existential crisis fuel. Oh dear. I hope everything gets sorted out. That sounds so awful. It's not great. But again, I'll try to be prepared this week. Because, just looking at what the metrics from last video look like now, it just looks so strange, like claiming there's only one person watching and no person most of the time, but yet a huge number of chat comments when apparently no one was watching. Yeah, if it makes you feel better, I found this stream because it was recommended on my main page months ago. Oh, thank you. That does make me feel pretty good. I don't know. It's, I think I'm still doing much better now as a streamer than I thought I would be doing at this particular point. I think I've mentioned several times when I first started, I was pretty sure I'd be streaming to nobody for at least a year. So you guys are definitely not nobody. You are very much somebodies and wonderful somebodies. So thank you so much. Oh dear. It's just trying to figure out how to grow is a little difficult with the type of videos I do, I guess. So I do try to watch, YouTube advice now and then, but it all seems to apply to videos of the type that I don't generally create. Commentary videos or videos about your area of expertise, as opposed to live streams and audiobook style videos. So I'm not sure what to do with a lot of the advice that I'm coming across. But yes, I think it's just have to keep going on slowly and doing what I'm doing and finding what I'm happiest doing and eventually seeing what works. I think it was always, even up to now, my sort of more writing related streams generally did better than the gaming sort of ones. Which is nice, given the gaming sort of streams seem to be the bread and butter of many VTubers, and I do think it's time VTubers branched out a bit more. More interesting that way. YouTube advice videos are not the best. Super Eyepatch Wolf made a great video about them. A great advice video about them. No. No. Sorry. Just gonna have a quick drink of water, sorry, and hopefully my stomach will stop rumbling. I don't know what I'm going to eat for lunch. In general, I think gaming streams can be harder to join if it's in the middle of a long-term series, or even stream and the viewer isn't caught up. I do agree with you there. But I think one reason why they may have become so popular is it's less brain strain, honestly. Just so long as you've, set up your streaming software to work with a game, you can just sit down and go, and it can be fun. And so long as you're pretty good at keeping up the chat, chatting as you go and you don't accidentally sort of lapse into silence. I think that's the one. You're okay, but you're definitely right. It's hard if you're not following the game. Even with streamers I quite like, I don't tend to watch their gaming streams very much unless they're just I've randomly seen them on and I just throw them on for a bit of a while. Super Eyepatch Wolf is great. Honestly, I haven't heard of them. I'll have to look them up. His Dell video is awesome. It feels like a cosmic horror movie and it's about buying a PC. Well, I mainly join things due to the person's personality, since I mainly watch videos while I do other things. I think that's how it works for a lot of people. It's like I'm following an awful lot of VTubers on YouTube, mainly just to support them. I don't really watch them too much. It's I think there's just a handful of streamers that if I see they're on, I will almost always pop them on, and that's they're all with Hollow, aren't they? There's Mori Calliope, there's Regis Altair, and there's Machina X Flay on. I tend to enjoy them a fair amount, so if I see they're on, I watch them, but I don't keep track of their schedules or anything. Oh, I loved your gaming streams, especially the banished ones, with all the weird stuff happening in the village. Well, yes, given I had meant when I was away on holidays to sort of plan out my streaming schedule a bit more until the next small one arrives, but I got down some ideas, but I didn't do much planning as such. But as we're getting closer and closer to that particular time, and after it when I come back, there probably will be quite a few more gaming streams, given that's probably all I'm going to be able to do. So we can go back to our banished town, and we can maybe find some other interesting games. I really want to play some Oxygen Not Included, because that was my favourite game for such a long time, but I'm so bad at it, it's hilarious. Oh dear, these streams are great because you can choose to participate or have it on in the background and listen to others' great ideas. I think that's a good thing. I'm glad you see it like that. It's I hope it can randomly actually be useful to all of you as well. I mean, even if you don't wind up writing anything for MacGuffins You Write, you could just come across a random cool idea, and whether it, turns into a novel series that makes you ridiculously rich, or if it's just something cool and little that you can slot into a project you already have to sort of spice it up. It's good to sort of, brainstorm together and talk about these sort of things together. And I think, I've never been a part of any active writing groups before because, I get anxious in social situations. So yes, if I were watching a streamer doing this sort of thing as well, I hope I'd get the same thing out of it. I don't watch too many VTubers, but when I do, I really like them. There are some really good ones. But, even when there are some really good ones, I still don't really follow them really closely. I guess I'm just not really the type to have Oshis or Kami Oshis. I just enjoy their content when I enjoy their content, which is possibly a good way to go about it, I hope. I know so much of the VTuber industry is sort of reliant on, fostering parasocial relationships, but I think that's got to stop. It's really got to stop. Oh dear. I watch too many VTubers by this point, but I mainly watch Hollow Stars, which is fine by me. Yeah, I like a lot of the Hollow Stars boys. They're really cool, and they have such a cute and cool dynamic. They're just, well, I think initially with the earliest Hollow Stars English gentlemen, I got a few weird feelings when I was first listening to the four of them just sort of having a stream together, because it just felt like this just sounds like I'm listening to a bunch of guys from uni or school having a chat, which is kind of refreshing, but, also made me feel slightly awkward at being there. It's like, am I listening in on something that I shouldn't be? Oh, I'm still trying to catch up on the banished streams, but I keep sleeping during them, which I don't think it's an insult. I've slept well after watching some of your vanished VODs. Banished VODs! No, I definitely don't take it as an insult, don't worry. If they help you sleep, please use them to help you sleep. And, I'm not going to complain about any watch time or views that I get. However I get it. I'm going to be very, very watch time and views greedy probably for a while to make up for all this that I've lost. Oh dear. But I suppose, you guys are already doing the best possible thing you can do for me as a streamer and a creator, which is being here and being wonderful. And I suppose the second best thing you can do is just, if you think there's anyone else who would enjoy Blue's content and Blue's stories when they eventually come out and have fun in these sort of writing streams, just let them know, I guess. But is it like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz? Oh dear, I do sound ridiculous saying that, don't I? But yes, what is it? To start memberships and super chats and things like that, you've got to hit 500 subscribers, and I think 3,000 watch hours in the past 12 months. And considering, I'm not a huge size, I'm not doing too badly with watch hours. I nowhere near actually hitting 3,000 in the last year. But I think I'm approaching 700 total watch hours at the moment, which is pretty insane, honestly, given I'm only 157 subscribers, I think. So yeah, not too bad. But I need to stop sort of thinking about this too much until I start actually posting the novels. Because I think, or I'm hoping, that posting regular chapters of the novels as audiobooks, I'm hoping that will help things take off a little bit more, maybe. We'll see. Well, I wouldn't call myself a good writer, but this community has been so supportive and given me confidence in my ideas. You've been shelling out, incredible idea after incredible idea this stream, so I'd say you're pretty dang good at this point. I'm not a writer, I want to, but I just play too many video games. You could write video games? Could that be a thing? I don't know. The video game industry is just as corrupt as the publishing industry, isn't it? It's just bleh. That about summarizes my opinion on creative industries at present. It's depressing, isn't it? No, I did find another one that I really liked when he went on break. She feels like a friend, but I get what you're saying with the parasocial stuff. It's difficult. You do see some streamers coming out and reminding their community that, we don't know each other, we're not friends. I am entertainment, sort of thing. Which, for the bigger ones, I definitely see the need to sort of draw that line. While we're still really small, I don't see it as quite as much of a problem. But, bigger streamers, bigger personalities, that's really something you've got to be clear with, because I imagine that's when you start getting the people who really start pushing boundaries. I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that, if or when, but I will deal somehow. I suppose I'd be lucky if that did happen. A bad thing to deal with, but at least it would be, evidence that I'm getting somewhere. Already over 20% there in the sub count. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So, yes, I think, I know some advice says, you can't just stick at it because you'll drive yourself into the ground. You have to have some sort of tactics. But honestly, I'm just not sure what tactics to do with the style of content that I do. Oh dear, I'd love to make side light novels for my main webcomic, but I feel like I need a co-writer or something. I feel like I write better with another person. My writing skills are fine, but my writing speed is inconsistent. Writing speed, that is the bane of my existence. Oh, but side light novels sound really cool. Just while I'm thinking of it, sorry we've gotten so far off the curses. We've been doing so well with the curses, we've sort of rambled off into tangents again. But yes, I was wondering recently, I think I got hit by the thought right after I saw how badly my watch time was dropping, but wondering if it might be better to release the light novel series of Main Magical Project just as sort of audiobook style videos on YouTube, and then once the whole book's up, sort of read on YouTube, then release it reasonably cheaply as an ebook. I don't think I'd feel comfortable going more than $3.99, $4.99 Australian, but something like that, something hopefully still hopefully affordable. I hope. But I think the main reason I'd wanted to publish the story online, besides my difficulties with the traditional publishing industry, is I don't like how so many novel sites are gatekeeping, and how some people could wind up accidentally spending ridiculous amounts of money just to get a book to read and just not even notice until the end. Just the way coins work and such, it just doesn't feel right. But yes, if I did just pop them up on YouTube and then release them as ebooks for quite cheap, hopefully that could work. Hopefully. I mean, one piece of advice I have seen is sell digital products like ebooks, and I feel really bad. Like, how easy do you think it is to write an ebook? But yeah, maybe that'll work. We'll see. dear, remember the OGs when your channel blows up in subscribers. I will. Don't worry, I will. You know, I say like that's ever going to happen. I can hope. But I'll probably at least figure out something with the Discord server and figure out roles, and all the OGs can have a special role in the Discord server at the very least, so I don't lose track of you. Yeah, we remember us when you reach 5,000 viewers per stream. I cannot imagine 5,000 viewers per stream. And even some hollow people don't get that. So that would be pretty cool. But unlikely. Although I suppose if Main Magical Project does somehow blow up by the time the last story is coming out, I imagine, because I'd like to do, as well as releasing the audiobook chapters, to actually just do a live reading of the last few chapters for streaming purposes. So, you know, bit of chat with author as we go sort of thing and asking questions. I thought that'd be fun. The last live read of the last few chapters of the last book in the series, if it blows up, I can hope that would be a big thing. Oh dear. Honestly, the relaxing streams are really good for watch time if the viewer sleeps and watches the whole stream. Exactly. Now, what's the term? Now we're cooking with fire. Now we're cooking with grease. Now we're on fire. Something along those lines. That would be so cool. I really hope it works, because I do like how the short stories are starting to go as the audiobook style videos. I do like how Here There Be Dragons turned out. I have actually finished the next one. It's I'm going to release it this coming Saturday morning for me. So at the moment I've got it to not be a premiere, but I might change it to be a premiere just so you guys can see it, so it'll pop up. Oh dear. I want to start my writing journey since I basically have a story from my OCs, but I've never written it down. I'm going to try to draw them, though very terribly. I think you should start. Nothing will happen unless we start. I know that sounds awful and hopefully not condescending, but it is still true, I guess. Oh dear. Gotta start the thing, even if it takes a ridiculously long time. Just keep doing a little bit every day, or a little bit whenever you can. And you know, if you've thought about it so much, hopefully you've got a lot to work with already. That would be wonderful. Yes, please. Is that yes, please for the Discord roles? If it's not, let me know. But I will figure that out eventually. I haven't really looked at any more how to make Discord server since making the very rough Discord server. But it'd be fun to figure out roles, I think. Except these streams get unbearably long with the 5k viewers. If there were 5k viewers, I would only be able to flick eyes to the chat and just grab ideas as we go. Oh dear. Possibly then, I suppose, we could always have a private channel for OGs in the Discord where I could actually see your ideas. That could work. Oh, here's a tip. If you have stuff to write, then write. Like Master Yoda said, there is no trying. I suppose so. Oh dear. I've gotten stuck in front of YouTube most evenings this week. Except for one night when I got stuck in front of Miraculous Ladybug and accidentally binged half the season. Oh, I can make you a cover for it if I think my style fits your story. Oh, that would be wonderful. I could talk about that. I've been meaning for the past 6 months to try to commission like a logo for the series. I have ideas. I've got a terrible version I made in Canva of not exactly what I want it to look like, but what it could look like. But I just haven't been able to go through with approaching anyone about it because my social anxiety. I think it's almost worse online than in real life. I've had more practice in real life than online. Yeah, I would wind up needing to commission covers for the ebook versions. But I'd like to do something well, nicer than what I'm doing for the sorry, I'm just sitting here staring off into the distance. That can't be very interesting to look at. But yes. What was I thinking? Commissioning things. Yes, doing something slightly nicer for novels than I'm doing for my short stories, given I'm just throwing these together, and I'd hopefully have a bit more time to plan the novel ones. But nice cover-like thumbnails and really nice background for the text to go over. I was thinking I wouldn't be able to pull it off if I couldn't find the best way to make the text sort of scroll and control it, but the way I'm doing it for the short stories could work, because I'm getting better at it. So I just sort of input the right number of paragraphs for each page and then listen through to the audio I've recorded to and pull it out to the right length. It was almost soothing doing it for the Phoenix story. So, it'd be a lot of work, but I don't think it would be too taxing, if you know what I mean, once they're recorded. If you wanted to, you could read and analyze literature that's often used in schools. Students look it up for their classes and find your channel. Oh yes, please do it. I'd been trying to think of other sort of non-live stream, non-audiobook sort of videos I could make. But I think for me it's more a matter of time, which is, the reason streaming was so appealing to me. I still need to do a little bit of preparation, but it's mostly just me rambling at you and you hopefully getting something out of it. But I was thinking vaguely along the lines of asking people to recommend books that they have beefs with, just with bad editing or bad writing, and I could pick a few paragraphs or lines and just how Blue would do this. It's not necessarily right, but how Blue would do it, and it would cheer me up. But again, that would involve, learning more skills that I'm not sure I have the time to learn, because I should be focusing on getting the stories written. Oh dear. The analysing literature would be interesting, but honestly, I'm the type of audience most of the time when I read that interesting stuff like that just doesn't really occur to me. I'm just too busy soaking up the story to sort of actually take into account important themes and things like that, unless it's completely subconsciously, so it doesn't really make me a very good analyzer. Oh dear. I suppose that's another reason I feel awkward trying to write book reviews. It's like, I enjoyed the book, thank you. I can't think in an interesting way. At least think in an interesting way and convey it in a half decent manner. Oh, the Yes Please was for releasing your audiobook chapters. I'm really hoping that's how I can do things now. I even adjusted my my pinned Tumblr. I almost said my pinned Tumblr tweet. My pinned Tumblr post. And took out the part about, releasing the story online as a web series and changed it to an audiobook web series on YouTube. Oh, dearie me. I did get some writing done last night. I got a little bit of new material down in a chapter, but I was very tired and it was late, so I'll probably have to go through this chapter again to be sure it actually works. It's just, 5 years after writing this chapter, I realized if I put this in here, it would work really well with the rest of the book and other changes that I want to make, so I'm popping it in there, and it makes sense. I think people would wonder about this if I didn't include it. Ooh, yes, back to curses. Back to curses. Going back to the curses, what if at all times you're at home in a harvestman from fear and hunger watching you through your back window? Oh no. And just stands there menacingly, and then when you go out, he's gone. Oh dear. Haunting figure. Haunting figure eternally in your background. I might just put it as... Honestly, if I had such a figure watching me through the window, I would not go out to see whether he was there or not. Oh dear. So now that you've caught Blue, you've caught her tangent and reeled her back in. Should we? Oh goodness me, we've got a lot, don't we? Should we go through some of these and think about some other points? Well, I would honestly listen to you reading public domain stories or poems and giving your general thoughts. I tried that with the do you remember the War of the Worlds book streams? Yeah, I was giving that a go. But yeah. Honestly, I think they went best when they just turned into chat streams. I liked reading them. Maybe just as a novels might not be the best idea. Maybe just find, like you said, poetry or short stories that are out of copyright. I had been interested in trying to talk to some indie authors or some web series authors about reading their things on stream, maybe, the first 3 chapters or something, and even having them attending via Discord so we can chat about the story. But Blue's social anxiety attacks again. I haven't been able to approach anyone. And if I did ask anyone to do that, I'd need to sort of make sure that the story is very readable, as in, very well written, because I would feel like a bad person if I invited someone on and read their story and it wasn't quite up to editing scratch yet, because I worry some people might not be kind to them over it, so that presents some issues as well. Okay, back to curses, lol. Yes. Back to curses. What time is it? It is about 20 to 1 for me, which means we've been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes. So we can probably go for a bit longer before I decide my stomach is grumbling too much and I need to go hunt for food. I do have an avocado. I could make a toasty. Yes, Blue likes toasties. I have talked about toasties at length before. Ooh, I could even run to the mother and father library's house, because I meant to take some leftover food from Mother's Day stuff home yesterday, but I forgot. I was distracted by mothering the small one. But yes, I think there's some leftover chicken, so I could have a chicken, cheese, and avocado toasty. That would be amazing. Sorry. Every time you try to say a rhyme, you mispronounce the rhyming vowel, and you have a very important poetry competition coming. That's a good one. Let's find... Here we are. Oh, dear. Every time you try to say a rhyme, you mispronounce the timing, rhyming vowel. You have a very important poetry competition. Thank you. Thank you for the assistance word. I can normally spell competition. I probably didn't need your help. I didn't have to take the help, but I felt bad not taking the help. Oh, dearie me. Every time you try to say a rhyme, you mispronounce the rhyming vowel, and you have a very important poetry competition coming up. Does anyone have any last-minute curses you would like to throw out before we troll through our curses and try to flesh out a few of them, and maybe think of a few more plot lines? I'm not sure what the delay is like at the moment. I hope it's not too bad. It's normally I'd have the stream playing on my phone in a different account, just to sort of make sure the delay is not too bad. But yeah, I was wondering whether that was somehow having an effect on YouTube, thinking I was getting streams I don't deserve. If they know that both of those accounts were mine, and that could be, responsible for stripping some of them and maybe being suspicious. So I haven't got it on today, but it does mean I don't know what the lag is like. Oh, I have one, but mentioning it is so cursed. Is it not safe for work? Uh, maybe avoid things if it's not safe for work. Just no, it'll just affect all viewers. I will leave this to your discretion, Ansia. If you would like to share, please share it, and I will attempt to keep any resultant cringing or other reactions to a minimum. Can I DM you on Discord? You can if you want, sure. Sure, I will pop this up. What do you mean by all? I am not afraid. So did you want... You can DM me on Discord, and you wanted me to decide whether... Okay, so it's about... Okay, sorry, I won't read it. Okay. I will wave in the meantime. Sorry. Oh dear. Sorry. Just give us a short minute, and we will see. We will see. Ah, fair enough. If that could have happened. Okay. We won't put that one up just in case. Just in cases. But thank you so much for letting me know. So, yes, you're being very considerate. Anyone heard of the Million Years button? I don't think I have, no. That does sound rather ominous, though. There we go. And the curse where you press the backspace deletes it completely. Oh, that would be so painful for writers. Press. Entire sentence. Paragraph. Story. Put in the Discord with a spoiler tag if anyone is curious. I think that's a good idea. Thanks, Ancio. I think I've normally said Ancio. Why have I suddenly said Ancio? I don't know how to ask which one you prefer either, because I don't know how to indicate how to pronounce the A. This is when IPA stuff can come in useful, except I cannot read IPA very well. You press it, you get trapped in a void for 1,000,000 years, immortal and unaging, and after that you go back in time, forget the experience and get $1,000,000. Huh. That's a difficult one, isn't it? Well, I suppose it would be good for some quiet time. And, are we able to write while we're in the void? Or at least remember what we think of? And if we're immortal... Oh, but no, we forget the experience. Oh, no, we would forget. I don't know. The eraser that always smudges. But when used on empty paper, it works normally. That always smudges. Doesn't smudge on blank paper. Some quiet time. Yes, I'm not quite desperate enough for quiet time to make that deal. Particularly when I wouldn't actually benefit from it in the end. I suppose it's just weighing up 1,000,000 years of potential suffering. Is there a guarantee that you'll sort of get through it and go back, or is it if you sort of succumb, you just sort of get stuck there? I don't know. Yes. As you probably imagine, I could do with some more quiet time if I considered that for a moment. Oh, any light source that you touch. Light will always be dim, but if anyone else touches it, it returns to normal. Oh dear. Auntie's still writing. I'm getting scared. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't think it was anything to be too scared of, or just being careful. Just trying to be careful just in case. I just wanted to be sure that I put up the context. Thank you. Thank you. That is very considerate. That just reminds me of sorry, the word considerate. At the end of high school, there was some sort of ceremony within our school house. Yeah, I don't know how much the US has schoolhouses, but Britain, Australia, a few other places have the schoolhouses, you know, with the name and the colours, and that's your sort of sports team and such while you're at school. But yeah, at the end of grade 12, there's some sort of ceremony where we were sort of leaving students were given 2 words that sort of describe you and how you sort of affected the people around you and all of that, so good things. I just remember being so disappointed by the words that I was given. I was given conscientious and considerate, whereas, you know, other people were given words that seemed a lot more interesting and fun and all of that, and I suppose I wasn't a very interesting and fun person, but I guess more and more I'm starting to appreciate people who are considerate, particularly, you know, given social media era and such. I think, you know, I'm kind of glad I got the considerate word now. I think being considerate is, you know, an often overlooked good trait. Oh, that's the first message. Oh yeah, it's pretty much the same in the US with the houses. That's kind of cool. I do think it's, you know, an easy way to divide people up, I guess, if you have to be divided up in teams. Oh dear. Not sure how they did it in high school. I'm pretty sure in one of my primary schools it was by surname, so some houses were an awful lot larger than the others, which didn't quite work. Well, each time you do an action that normally gives you bad luck, it just multiplies the effect. You could also pass this along or affect your surroundings with this. Oh, so you mean every time you walk under a ladder or see a black cat, bad luck just multiplies? Is that it? Oh wait, sorry, we didn't have houses. We had the sports teams, and the school itself had the colour scheme. About it misunderstood. That's all good. It's all good. Yeah, our high school had its own sort of colours, but each house had its colour. I was in the house that the colour was blue in high school, which makes sense, but that's the only time I was in blue. In my first primary school, I was in the white team, and my second primary school I was in the green team. At high school I was the blue team. Blue house, yes. It wasn't called Blue House. Often they are just called after the colours. I think they do that in Japan too. I remember the junior highs I was in, I think it was quite a small junior high, so each class was I think there were only three classes in each year, so 1 year in each class was a different colour, and they were just, you know, red team, blue team, yellow team, I think. But yes, my high school houses were in fact named after famous Australians. I won't say what they were, just in case somehow it gives away the school. It probably wouldn't, but just in case. Hogwarts houses, yeah, along those lines. Where are we? Did I miss yes, the bad luck one. Yeah, I think we've really got to find a way to break this curse, otherwise it could really hurt them. Hurst. Hurts. Oh, old idea from middle school. In your life, excuse me, sorry, you have to have as much good luck as bad luck. Then you learn how to intentionally accumulate bad luck and as such manipulate good luck. That's a really cool idea. That is a really cool idea. I'm almost... I mean, I'm not sure which... I mean, it's probably related to this curse here, but I'm very tempted to just throw this down as long as you're happy for me to. If you don't want me to, I won't. That is a very, very intriguing idea. Walking under ladders, opening umbrellas indoors, stepping on cracks. The small one loves opening her umbrella indoors. She, the father library is a huge Beatles fan, and so she was introduced to the Yellow Submarine very early. Now she's a little obsessed with the Yellow Submarine, and we managed to find her an umbrella which sort of looks like you're looking out the window of a yellow submarine. So she likes the umbrella. We adopt a black cat. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh my goodness, 10 likes. Thank you so much. Yes, my sibling did adopt a black cat. He is beautiful. A big, beautiful black boy. We love him so much. He is so soft and purry. I would like to cuddle him more, but yeah, both he and my cat, who are now living together with my sibling, they not quite so fond of the small one, so don't really get many cuddles with them, because I'm only ever there when the small one is too. Sometimes get a few pats with my cat if she's on the cat tree by the door when I go in, but she's generally eventually spooked by the small one. Unintentionally. The small one is trying really hard to be quieter and gentler. It's just... my cat is very highly strung, and my sibling's beautiful black cat only has so much patience. Ooh, sounds like something a curse dealing witch would do. Ooh, yes. Oh yes, manipulating luck. That would be definitely something a curse dealing witch would do. The curse to guess things correctly at the last minute. Oh dear. I suppose it would be useful to actually get it. You know, actually we do think of it, but still, the stress. It would be stressful. Not currently. Correctly. Stressful. But potentially useful? Maybe. Okay. Should we... oh, idea. If you go to a casino, would you accumulate bad luck or good luck? I imagine bad luck would be more likely. It would just... I'm not sure. I haven't written down the manipulating luck here yet because I'm not sure about the curses, but it's just so interesting. Okay. I like the idea to accumulate more sort of safe bad luck. Manipulate good luck. Casino. Good or bad luck. Plus, if you're in a group, they wonder why you didn't think of it earlier. Out and eventually be good luck. Curse that makes your right hand involuntarily shoot up when the teacher asks a question. And you get it from that nerd kid you bully. Oh dear. Definitely works. So, a bully curse. So, shoots straight up. Bullying not good no matter who it's coming from. How to break the curse. Stop being a bully. A curse, when you're in a public space, you always run into a random person from work or school you don't really know or recognize, but they definitely know you. Again, that almost feels like real life. Oh dear. What is it? 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 I can think. I can think. Oh yes, now living in a small town, but not going out a huge amount and still not really knowing anyone, I get a bit put off, but you know, I suppose it's not a big deal, but put off slightly when people recognize the small one and know her by name, but I have no idea who they are. So I'm guessing they just know her somehow through school or through you know, the activities I used to go with her to before she went to kindy. But it's a little off-putting to have people know who you are or who your child is, but you have no idea who they are. Oh dear. Writing it down. Sorry. School chaperones, maybe. They could be, I'm not sure. The curse, we do presentations, oh, a bunch of Freudian slips or stutter. Oh dear. Unfortunate, isn't it? Also possibly something that already just exists in the real world, like people can't make presentations. You know, they might be able to speak without difficulty in everyday life, but as soon as you get in front of an audience, it's just, you're hit with that. Not fun. Oh, they're kids, but a friend from school, maybe. Cursed to feel like you could eat dessert when you're actually too full to eat it. Yeah, that's me. It's just called having eyes larger than your stomach. Oh dear. A cursed publishing house that forces their authors to take breaks or else their nails fall out and get stuck under the keys of their keyboard. They regrow only when you sleep. I almost like that a publishing house forcing their authors to take care of themselves, but I'm not sure if, you know, punishing them with their nails falling off and messing with their keyboards is the best way to go about it. I suppose it could be effective. And at least it means the publishing house cares about you. Oh dear. I have that curse, we all do. Yes. Eyes too big for stomach. Oh dear. My stomach is fairly insistent at the moment, so I'll probably have to finish up pretty soon. And I think Blue's gotten most of her rambling out of her, so we probably won't have a really long rambling session at the end. Oh dear. Oh wait, that's another piece of advice I saw. Don't mention when things are probably going to come to an end soon, because people will click off. Oh well. I'll get better at this eventually. I'm not sure if it applies as much to live streams as it does to normal long form videos. But oh well. So we didn't go through and, you know, answer all of these questions for everything, but I don't think that's a problem. What did I just do then? That's what I did. Oh, the curse. You get 100. You always confuse it with a 0 by accident. Oh dear. Down, 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 down. So we didn't go through everything, but I don't think that's a problem, because a lot of these questions, I suppose, are things we'd figure out if and when we're trying to write a story with any of these. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. So I will hopefully in a few days make a Tumblr post with all of these, and then I will link it in the community notes and also on Discord. Now I'll pop it in the MacGuffins You Write channel. That's probably the most sensible place to put it. And so all of the notes are there for you without you needing to try to trawl back through the stream to find anything specific. Ooh, another curse. A curse where you can never run as far as you think, you can never lift as much as you think, you can never climb stairs as high as you think, you never ride them as fast as you think. Oh dear, that would get frustrating, wouldn't it? You're always sort of misjudging your ability then. It would really make you second guess yourself a lot in other ways too, wouldn't it? You only speak in double or triple negatives to confuse everyone. That feels like it's themed around confidence. I think you're right there. Just oh dear, so maybe the person who receives this curse, you know, big ego, overconfident. Is overconfident one word? Yes! They're making terrible jokes at inappropriate times. Are these the only jokes you can tell now? Your only sense of humor. I mean, I was looking for a metaphor for my health problem, but if that's the version you prefer, then I won't stop you. Well, no, it's... I think things can be interpreted in many different ways. Let's pop this one here. Ah, wrong spot. Wrong spot. Here we go. Yes, that's beautiful about literature. It definitely is most of the time. I suppose I just get a bit worried sometimes if, I suppose particularly myself, because I don't really think about themes and such very much as I'm writing. I'm all story, I'm all characters. I imagine the themes that are important to me just sort of come through as I write, and that's just how I work. But I worry that if I don't sort of think about that more and make those things a bit more of a focus, that it's much more easy to sort of misinterpret what I write and, you know, interpret it in a very inappropriate way that supports bad things, and I really don't want that to happen. Oh yeah. I still don't like Harmless is the Plague. I do not know what that one is. You can see I'm a library who is not actually very, very well read. I have preferences, and I read my preferences. Okay, we're approaching 3 hours and 10 minutes, so probably should actually finish up. I don't think we need to go through these again. I think that's something that I was doing for the previous brainstorming streams, but I don't really think it's necessary. We've been through them. We can think about all of these things if we want to write stories. Does anyone have any sort of ideas that they think they want to delve into? Any curses that have taken their fancy that they could turn into a short piece of writing? Could be fun. We like fun. I know I should be doing one properly too. I don't really mind the sort of, Blue's haphazard attempts to pull one of these stories together on stream. So maybe I'll keep doing that and, just jot down a few ideas and just try to pull it together during the next MacGuffins You Write stream. I suppose it's good practice for when I do eventually start writing short stories from scratch. The taco truck. Yay! I would hope to read a taco truck story, but only if you find the time and energy to write it. Please, I don't want anyone feeling any pressure. If you write a story, if you're able to, I will read it. If you're not able to, you can listen to them with me and it will be amazing. So, why are my ears hurting? I've got lovely headphones. Ow. Silly ears. So yes, now that we do have the Discord server, if you're interested in sort of chatting and sharing ideas for the short stories, or looking for more inspiration or confidence or someone to bounce other ideas off or anything at all, hopefully the server will be a good place to go for that. And in the MacGuffins You Write channel, that's where all of this stuff will go. Yes, that should be good. Please, I think it just goes without saying that if we're sharing ideas, we don't steal people's ideas. We don't steal people's ideas. We just share and help when required or when asked. Oh dear, I think I am getting tired. Sorry. Can't wait, and I'm glad I'm starting writing until after the stream. Ooh, so does that mean you found something that you're interested in using? That's fun. That's good. What else do I have to remember to do? Oh yeah, I have to try to I'm sure there's a way to turn the upcoming Phoenix story video from just being posted to being a premiere. I probably won't be there while it's premiering, and I'm not really expecting anyone else to be either. But at least that way I think it'll pop up. It'll pop up and you'll be able to set a reminder if you're interested. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm going to run out of short stories for these fairly quickly. I haven't been writing very many, have I? And I've got a few that are sort of half written that need to be pulled together. I'll probably just try to find a day, to pull together as many of the half-written short stories as possible. My throat is starting to hurt. Righty-o. Thank you so much for dreaming up inconvenient curses with me. I think, again, you guys did most of the work there, and I'm just desperately trying to keep up with all of your ideas. Oh, dearie me. But yes, that was fabulous. You guys are so creative, and it's so wonderful, all of these ideas that we've pulled together. And hopefully you've all inspired each other. And we will get a few lovely MacGuffins You Write stories out of this. But again, no pressure. Please, no pressure. You are the most important thing. So if you don't have time or energy or anything else that's required to write such a story, please just come and listen to the stream and enjoy everyone else's stories. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Where has my head wandered off to? Even Blue doesn't know. If Blue doesn't know, who could know? No one knows. No one knows. Well, anyway. Oh, I need to remember to take screenshots of the metrics and stuff after the stream. I will remember to do that. Hydration check. Yes, thank you. I did just have a little bit of water. Oh dear. Ooh. I got French toast. You get French toast? Yum. Yum. That sounds really good right about now. Though I may just run to the parental library's place and steal some chicken to make a toasty. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh dear. Oh, that's the other thing. We need to figure out the date for the next MacGuffins You Write reading stream. Do you prefer more or less time? Do you think roughly a month would be good? I suppose it's getting more and more difficult then because, you know, we don't exactly know what's going to happen with Small One 2. If, you know, I suppose if things go weird, I'll let you know in the community notes and the Discord server. But maybe at the moment we can just aim for maybe June 10th? Does June 10th sound sensible? Oh, I no longer need a light bulb. Ooh. Earlier during the stream I actually ate chicken and meat. Yum. Food is good, food is good. We need a toasty recipe. Yes, I normally just do avocado and tasty cheese and chicken and maybe a little bit of mayo as well. And nice and toasty. Occasionally I put onion on. There's another version of the sandwich which has lots of tomato chutney and a lot more onion as well, and that's really good too. But my happy simple one is just the chicken, cheese and avo. June sounds good, sounds alright to me. Wonderful. So we'll aim for June 10th. And I should write that down. And I will put it somewhere that is useful to you, hopefully. Can you hear my frantic scrolling? Okay, aiming for June 10th. But if anything comes up for whatever reason, I will let you know. And we will reschedule if we need to. But it'll happen eventually. Oh, where are my lyrics? Where are my lyrics? Last week when I looked up my lyrics, I wound up with slightly different ones to what I normally... Okay, I think these ones are okay. I think these ones are okay. I won't panic. Oh dear. So yes, thank you so much for brainstorming with me. It has been a wonderful stream, I think. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it has been amusing and inspiring and all the other good words beginning with vowels. And consonants too, come to that. All the good words. Only good words here. Oh dear. I'm worried if I stretch any more, you'll hear my back crack. Oh dear. So yes, looking forward to some MacGuffins You Write stories, hopefully on June 10th. And again, I will pop up all the notes in places you'll be able to find them. And so if you need them, they will be there. Oh dear. Oh, I haven't planned next week's stream. I was wondering whether to do, trying to figure out Blue's animal companion as a sort of vaguely chatting stream. That could be fun, because I haven't settled on anyone yet. I suppose once we figure someone out, we can always commission the cute whatever creature it is, and I can have a cute little PNG of them sitting with me sometimes. Yep, bye Blue, take care of yourself. You as well, Mickey, you as well. It's, that's a maybe for next week. If I... there's a few other things I'd like to try, but maybe that one. Or if that sort of falls through in my head, a random gaming stream or something. Summoning a familiar. Indeed. All VTubers need some sort of friend, animal companion, or something along those lines. I keep jumping back in my mind to Mume's paper bag. I think that's adorable. But yes, Blue was thinking along the lines of, owl or wyvern or lizard of some sort, or another type of bird. Maybe wherever the moon feather comes from. I don't know. VTubers are like magical girls. A bit. Blue actually does have a magical girl version of her outfit, which was going to be the outfit I was going to be using for streaming, but my lovely artist got slightly mixed up, and then when I saw this one, it was just so beautiful, I went with it. But maybe I'll show it to you one time, and if I can ever get... I don't know if I'll ever be able to get new outfits for this model because of various reasons, but if I ever get another model, maybe can try the magical girl outfit. A white bird, some kind of white bird maybe, but we can maybe have a stream about it and think about, you know, animals associated with libraries or moons or feathers. Time to look for Magical Girls Day. Magical Girl transformation sequence. I would love a Magical Girls transformation sequence, but even more than a blue transformation sequence, I would love transformation sequences of all of my magical people from my main magical project once they eventually come out. That would make me so happy. Oh goodness me, 12 likes. Thank you so much. I am rambling again. Okay, I have said many thank yous, and hopefully you can tell they are genuine, so I do not need to keep repeating my thank yous. Hopefully. Oh dear. 'Twas a good stream, and hopefully it shall lead to a very good MacGuffins You Write reading stream on June 10th. Shall see you next week with whatever the stream winds up being. I'll decide properly in a few days. I really need a better schedule going on. Oh well. What do I say again? Oh yes. Thank you so much. Oh, it's Magical Girls Day or Sailor Moon Day, August 6th. We'll see if I can do stuff around then, just that's getting very, very near the time. If you catch my drift. The time. So I don't really know what'll be happening around there, but August 6th. That looks more like a G. Sailor Moon Day. We'll see. Is that because it's her birthday? Or is that the first day the book was released or something? I'll have to look that up. Okay. Thank you so much. And wherever you are in the world, I'm sorry I keep rambling so much. Wherever you are in the world, good night to you, good afternoon, good evening or good morning, whatever order you want it to be. And I hope the rest of your day is absolutely lovely, because that's what you deserve. And I'm just going to have another quick drink of water before attempting this. Hope the birthday of Prince Mamoru. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I'll stop. Ooh, background music. I will turn it down so I'm not singing over it, because I imagine that sounds pretty weird. Okay. Oh, for the money that here I had spent it in good company. Oh, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night, and joy be to you all. I did not fall apart, miraculously. Ah, well. Until next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.